So I went all the way down to the trap in ATL. Oh yeah, to holla at T.I., you know what I'm saying, to see how they do it. Cause I know how we do it in the hood and the N.O. It's street, it's real street. I've been a street nigga my whole life. I was raised in them, wild out, flighted for nights and days in them. Nigga, I played in them, I told the kids in them. In 7th grade, I started trying to get paid in them. If you ain't real, you ain't gonna be safe in them. Bitch niggas get jacked and they hoe get raped with them. I done saw niggas get stabbed and shot dead in them. No reppin', I bust my share heads in them. Leave caught niggas down bad and bust lead in them. The streets getting flaky cause not a feds in them. Putting pressure on busters, getting info from them. Niggas telling it all when it's coming and who from them. Damn, that's fucked up. The streets that change. These bitch niggas straight poison in the game. But jizzle can't change the streets, that's me. I live and die by the street rules cause I'm a G. I'm a street nigga. A street nigga. That's what I've been and that's what I'm gon' be, nigga. I'm a street nigga. A straight street nigga. I was taught if I'm a play like a G, nigga. I'm a street nigga. A street nigga. That's what I've been and that's what I'm gon' be, nigga. I'm a street nigga. A straight street nigga. I was taught if I'm a play like a G, nigga.
A nigga thorough as they come. Was raised in the gutters in the slum. Known as the number runner son. And the dope man nephew who uncle on the run. The candidate grandbaby hustle for the fun. The yay was sold daily from the dust to the chrome. Like easy in the 80s, nigga stayed in the sun. I swore I'd never run, so I stayed with a gun. I kept my little 380 with the blade to the sun. All I feel with God, play my card, how it come. I'ma stand like a man till it's all said and done. And that's even if they run niggas, cause I know I run with a clique of wild, misguided, underprivileged young niggas. Give a fuck who you is or where you from, nigga. You can get it, we taking over the city. I was raised in the belly of the beast, to say the least. My role model was doing time, so I learned from the streets.
I'm a street nigga. A street nigga. That's what I've been and that's what I'm gon' be, nigga. I'm a street nigga. A straight street nigga. I was taught if I'm a play like a G, nigga. I'm a street nigga. A street. Yeah, nigga, yeah. Shit real round here. Yeah, nigga, yeah. Shit real round here. If you want it, you can get it, my nigga. Shit real round here. If you want it, you can get it, my nigga. Shit. Look, if you ain't no ask somebody, they'll tell you about me. Nothing fake, nothing flawed, nothing bitch about me. I'm a G, I've been running these streets since a youngin', since 14. I've been bugging, slaying heat, ain't nothing. You won't be, say something. You could get it, I ain't tripping. One song, just know you better not let me catch you slipping. Cause whatever we need, I'ma smash you. Broad daylight around the club, I'ma get at you. If you let me tip down on the nigga, you chapter, I guarantee you that it's gonna be a closed casket about this. What's understood, don't need to be explained. For the money or the fame, I was a gangster in the game. I ain't lying when I tell you about me and my background, about me and my lifestyle. I ain't never backed down, I ain't never froze up, I ain't never turned state, I ain't never missed when I emptied the clip out the cage, nigga. However you want it, nigga, you could get it, cause shit real. It's get it how you.
Sorry about that. Round two. Okay, hold on a second. Forgive me, having vision problems. Okay, whole thing. Welcome to the Revolutionary Agenda, episode 2. It's like, I'm just kidding. I'm still at the Black House, and I had time. I felt like I got to do another RVA. So I'm trying to see. Bear with me. I'm gonna be all up on the camera. Let's see. Oh, what up, Daniel? Thank you for coming and visiting. Everyone, happy Friday. Top of the morning. Have a productive, blessed Friday. They have an awesome weekend. Stay, consistent and healthy. You stay favored, stay black and dangerous. And you have a great weekend too. Everybody does. That's good. Thank you, Time. Thank you. Welcome to the Revolutionary Agenda. I'm your host, the Black Villain, Seduction Doll, or Lady J, or Brandy. Depending on how you're feeling that day. And I did a show yesterday, and usually around this time because I'm in excruciating pain and I can't sleep. So I thought I would do a quick, not a quick one, but I have to be done in like at least 3 hours. Because after that comes Grand Rising with Shabak and the Jays. So, I gotta at least be off his computer so you get that started. And I gotta go. I got bills to pay. I'm gonna be over here kicking it like just didn't feel like going home, like intentionally didn't feel like going home. Not for any particular reason, but just didn't feel like going home. I didn't feel like going anywhere, actually, except to Safeway, where I learned that shit is mad motherfucking expensive and they don't sell lipstick anymore. Huh. B1. Ray. Let's see. It's a hold on, cuz. I'm gonna blow this up. I'm gonna blow my screen up, okay? Bear with me, family. Because like I said, I'm having major vision problems. My eyes, my face is broken when I was a little girl. So my eye leaks. I can't see, so I can't see at all. I feel like pulling the computer all up obvious so I can see. I probably should just stop being vain and go get some motherfucking glasses. But I can't. I just can't do it. See you three little eyeballs. Hold on a second. Now I can see the comments. Let me put everybody's comment up. Hold on a second. Thank you guys for coming over here, taking your time. You didn't have to. My little visitors. I'm so excited. Almost to my destination. Yeah. You say you stay good time. Are you going to work? Looks like sounds like you're going to work. Where you at? Let me see. You just barely getting there? Almost to my destination. Hey, when you finally do get back to your spot, Raymundo. I'm just calling him that just to fuck with him. I was gonna tell him why I was calling him that earlier today, but he's too busy telling me about his struggle. Get at me, cuz I have I need your assistance on putting my opening clips together. I like to change it up like feng shui. I gotta change it up. So yeah, I need help because you have a computer and I'm on the phone, so I need your help. Let's see. Yeah, good. You should just shoot over here because you're just right around the corner. Let me see. I'll put yours up there too. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Okay, cool. Stay with me, everybody. Just stay with me. Hold on a second. Now they can see better. I did shit today, but go to the store, hang out, and drink. I just didn't want to go home, and I was having it was just too much. So I was drinking, just a little drinking. No big deal. I'm in excruciating pain in my leg. Gotta find out. They've been holding out on me. Doctor's been holding out on me. They wanted to do surgery on that shit. I have to call them, tell them I'm in pain. I need help. You should come by. We'll put you up in the crib. And you can help me help myself. Jesse doesn't need help. I need help. My computer's heavy. I don't know how to put that shit together. You see, I don't know how to put a lot of things together. I do it for his shit, Chewbacca's shit. I don't really take that time to really do mine because I'm shy. I don't take the time to even share my shit because I'm shy. Yeah, no, I had to go to the store. So my sister was up in the same building. One of my sisters from the streets and stuff. She was in the same building, so I was like, man, let me kick it with you for a little bit. And go ahead and holler at you. I got some questions. I'll talk to you about something. So that was cool. It was fun. I went to Safeway and I realized that they don't sell the shit I need. Look, okay, first of all, see, these are clear baby rubber bands. right? Because I'm about to do my shit, and I needed rubber bands. Apparently, my hair was all wild and shit. I had to get it under control. So I had a little idea, and my sister Bianca was supposed to help me. I just needed her to help me because I needed her to make sure my parts are, even, right? So I can't see. I don't like looking in the mirror and shit. I normally could do it by feel. However, for some reason, I was trying for the last couple of days, and I just couldn't get it right. I could feel that it was uneven, And so I was like, man. So I go to the store, and as I'm there, I said, man, I could use some more pink oil. I could use some pink oil, right? Because I don't know where I put mine. I kind of misplaced it, moving back and forth to my storage and shit. And I was like, man, where is it? I think it's over here. And he hid it from me. All right, so I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, looking in this, everything's fucking $20 plus. That's it. Shit, I'm not even sure I want to look at, because they only have a small section for black people. Okay, and literally a small section. We're talking like 2 lanes like this, right? And everything's like 20 motherfucking dollars to say, but like, Jesus fucking Christ, I was gonna make my own shit. What am I thinking? Why am I even in here? I just needed some rubber bands, and the fact that I was like, usually y'all don't see it, but usually I like lipsticks, not lip glosses, right? So I was looking for one because I misplaced my shit. Now that we have kittens, the kittens think they just can jump on my desk and kick off my jewelry, right? Like my bracelet. It's at the house. I never leave home without it. I've been feeling naked and like I feel naked and like bad juju, I don't have all my shit together. So it's under the bed. I couldn't reach it, right? Kids just get on there. I feel like they get on there and they're just like, oh, look. Like on purpose. And I'm like, oh, this motherfucker, what you got getting on my table? You know what I mean? Where's the damn spray bottle? It's over here. Fuck. So I'm trying to hit them with that hot sauce and lemon juice so they can get the understanding. You know what I mean? They don't like that shit. They don't like it. So I'm like, I'm about to put this hot sauce up in here. You will understand. You don't jump with my shit. Because they kick it off and they kick it off in places I can't get to because I think I hurt my sciatic nerve. I don't know, but my whole fucking leg hurts. Been hurting. Can't put no pressure on it. And I stand up, it's like a brand new baby deer. And I'm like constantly cannot fall right now. Can't fall. Because I've already fallen like 3 times last week. I think I could do another fall. But, I mean, the devil's been busy. The devil's been busy trying to get me to fall. Literally, on the bus, slam on your brakes, slide right out my shit. Right? And I pick my shit up. I pick myself up and get my shit back in gear. And they do it again. And you see what I'm saying? Or steep ass slopes. And I'm like, please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. But yesterday, check this out. Funny story. 2 years ago, I got hit 2 times in the same area, the same neighborhood. Right? This is my neighborhood, amongst others. Okay, this is 5 Points, historic 5 Points, right? So it doesn't matter where I go. White people in this neighborhood intentionally want to run me over and hit me with their car. Broad daylight. It's intentional. Okay, 2 times I got hit in the same year. One by a motherfucker driving a F-150 dual cab. Took me and hit me in the middle. I had the walk, I had everything, because that's the first thing you look at when you get hit. Like, oh gosh, let's cross it right. I mean, I know I was drinking a Slurpee at 6 a.m., but I knew I was crossing right. You know what I mean? Motherfucker took that turn and bam. You know what I mean? I was just in a chair that was built like a Cadillac, right? So I didn't get really that much hurt. He just kind of ran me over a little bit. Oh, no big deal. Sturdy, you know. Following the time after that, like maybe 3 months later, I'm leaving the doctor's office, and I was listening to Pebbles, right? Mercedes. I was singing it on the way out. Doctor's office. Yeah, I like singing it because I was thinking See my father, right? No, he used to sing with his under his pants. And I was singing it, driving down the street real loud. And I got the walk again. I'm trying to leave. Bitch comes out of nowhere. Wham! Right? And now we're in the hood. So I'm like, hey, bitch. Fuck you mean? Like, what the fuck? Where are you going, bitch? You fucking hit me. Like, it's in the east side. I don't give a fuck who shit. You're not even supposed to be over here. Matter of fact, I prefer white people be scared of us. Like, what the fuck are you doing, right? It's like, bitch, you fucking hit me. She's like, oh, she was going to the same doctor's office I was leaving. She was like, housing coordinator, right? I was like, I hope you got motherfucking insurance. I know you're white. You know you got fucking insurance. You hit me, right? Like, everybody seen it. And I was like, hey, cuz, you're going to do the right thing right now. She's like, do you have housing? Yeah, bitch, they ain't got shit to do with anything. Cut that motherfucking check or do something. But I want your insurance. I want everything. And matter of fact, fuck all that. You call the police and have them come and take it. You have them come take this shit down. Because on the first time, they said I hit him. First time when this man hits me in his truck out the street in the morning. Okay, but the crash team, there were our people. Turned around and said, he said I hit him. The white man said I hit him, and I damaged his vehicle. Right, and I'm like, I said he fled the fucking scene, cuz like that. And I'm looking at him like, if for real, like for real, you're not gonna believe me. Like I'm looking at like black people, like our family, like, come on, cuz this is. I was like, is he really cooning right now? This is some bullshit. And I'm like, don't you see what's happening here? Cuz he's white and he's saying I hit him. Do I really need to say it? He's saying I hit him. He fled the scene. I had to go around the corner because I was yelling. And I said, because as soon as I said, you're in my neighborhood. I said, I'll find this motherfucking truck and I'm gonna fuck your shit up. I'm gonna fuck your wife's shit up. I'm gonna fuck your shit up. Fuck your cuz, right? Because he left. And I was just like, I'll see this shit again. This is my neighborhood. I will find you. I was that mad because it's early. Motherfucker hit me and I did fucking fish trick when he hit me because it was like a Cadillac. This fiberglass that the truck's right. So all his little shit was stuck. I had to shake myself off of this shit. I couldn't believe it because I didn't know what to do, right? And so when I told him, I said, I was like, you're gonna call the police. I told him like that. They brought the crash team. 2 FBA individuals, older people, right? Only like, don't you see what's happening? Can't you see what's happening here? Why? And I was like, it happened right under the camera. The police said, those cameras don't work. What the fuck do you have it in a high crime zone then? Cuz this is a high crime zone, allegedly. I'm out filming sweeps. This is a high crime zone, was what you tell everybody, right? I'm going to, this happens right by the hospital. Are you fucking kidding me? The cameras don't work. You know what? The cameras don't work. They don't work for us when we need them. They only work for us when you're committing crimes, right? That's what it is. No, seriously, I don't think they work. Who's in charge of that? I want answers. Matter of fact, fuck that camera. There's a camera in 7-Eleven. There's cameras over here at the hospital. There's motherfucking people on their phones. Do your motherfucking job, cuz. Don't be talking to me like that. It's obviously because I was mad. He hit me. Then I went around the corner. He was changing his tire and I found him. So I made him call again, right? I ran his shit. Dude left. You're not supposed to hit nobody and flee. He was a nurse. Check that out. He was at the same hospital that he hit me in front of, right? I couldn't fathom it. When the lady hit me, I was like, nah, fuck that. We're not gonna do this again, right? So I got all the information. Insurance took care of it. It was all good, all to the good, all to the fucking good. I was like, yeah, you're gonna do that. I was like, don't bribe me with no motherfucking apartment, because they were in an unhoused area. Like, cut that. I was like, you could do one or two things. You're either gonna make it right with your insurance, or you're gonna cut a fucking check right now and don't fucking bribe me with an apartment. I already got one. I'm gonna do with another one, like that. You got a nice car, bitch. You're white. Like, do what? You know? Call the ambulance. I was like, yeah, I'm hurt, because I was steering. I was having a good time driving. You know? I was steering, and when she hit me, I went with the turn. You know, which I should have just let it go. and I wouldn't have got really that bad hurt that bad. Yeah, I was like hamming it up. Fuck yeah. So this time, right? I'm going to Safeway, right? And I have to pay some bills that are massively important, or lights out and shit. I gotta pay some bills, and I was like, I'm gonna go over here to Safeway, buy Jesse a pack of squares, and I'm just gonna see, because I haven't been in Safeway in a long time. I was like, I'm gonna go get me some lipstick because I need some lipstick. I just feel like I need some lipstick. I deserve it. I've earned it. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm gonna go cruise around. He said buy him some chicken tenders. I was like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Right? I was like, he telling me which way to go. I was like, yeah, whatever. And I wasn't listening to him. I said, it's right by, like, I take it a little round trip to the doctor's office in his neighborhood. I have like 8 different ways to get there, right? I was like, motherfucker, now you telling me how to go through my hood. But I've been here since fucking forever. Don't tell me what street to take. Right? No, I'm going there. I'm right at the corner to Safeway. Right? I'm crossing the street. I have the walk, right? I have the little white man letting me come through. This bitch is coming from the opposite. I'm crossing this way, like this way. She's coming this way, going around the corner, right? She clearly sees me. And I'm like, hold on, bitch. Hold on, bitch. Hold on, bitch. Because I know she's like she pressed the gas intentionally, right? I was like, see, bitch? I was like, oh, I wish you would have hit me. God, I wish you would have hit me. Like that, like almost, right? I was like, oh, bitch, I took everything. Like, this is some fuck shit. This is my neighborhood. How the fuck do I keep getting hit in my own motherfucking neighborhood by white people? Right? Intentionally. She intentionally did that. Like, went faster and go around the corner. She literally tried to hit me. Right? So, I do my little thing. I'm trying to talk to Jesse because I couldn't find these little fucking chicken tenders he wanted. And he wasn't answering his phone because he was in the shower. I was like, fuck it. So I said, fish fillets is what it is, guys. That's what you're getting. Buy one, get one free. Right? Who could beat that? So I go do that. I'm looking in the aisle. I said, man, is this for real? You only got these clear little motherfucking rubber bands, and these are like $5.99. I said, I should just wait and went to the hair supply store by my crib, where everything's fucking cheap. Yeah, cheap and their quality, right? I said, why am I here? Like, I just kind of fucking regretted it, but I had a vision. So I get over there, handle my business, and I'm on my way back. I'm taking a different route on the way back, right? And like kind of like going down memory lane, right? There's a sign that says "Welcome to Historic Five Points," and I said they moved that sign over here. That sign wasn't there; it was over there, right? Like they moved it. They literally moved the historical fucking "Welcome to 5 Point" sign. How the fuck? Why didn't nobody tell me, right? They knew they were talking about. Why didn't nobody tell me? So I'm sitting in front of this really pretty church that nobody goes to, right? And I'm adjusting my money because it's almost like bad luck. It seems like motherfuckers like to linger and like hover over me. And I'm like really quick, like move around, bitch, like that. Like what the fuck you doing? Move around. Can I get 8 feet? You know what I mean? Like I just don't like that shit, right? So I pull over to the side to adjust my money and make sure I had for my next, because I was going to the liquor store. I felt like I earned a double sugar, right? And I had to go get a pack of squares, right? And so I was like, okay, it's adjusted. So I was going to take the back way. So I'm adjusting my money so I don't make any so it doesn't look like I have money, because I'm in the area where if I'm a jack girl and I hang out with nothing but jack boys, what do you think is gonna happen? Is, hey, cuz, buy me a beer. You know what I mean? Come on, do it on set, cuz. I can't do it today. Like, even if I could, I didn't want to. I just wanted to go get this shit, creep over to his house, creep over, sign in, and wait for him to come get me. Okay? That's all I wanted to do. You want to have no chats, just smiles and keep it pushing, right? So that's what I did, right? So I'm over there adjusting my finances, since I don't have like a little bag, sticking it in the wallet. Okay? Adjusting the wallet. So I'm leaving. I pull off right from the church, and I'm crossing. I have to like cross over to get on the thing. So I'm like So this street, nobody fucking drives on. I think people just park there to go to other places, right? But nobody, you never see nobody driving on it. Oh, and it's like, and there's like lane this way, little 4-wheel turn this way, little, it's kind of like if you don't know how to drive and how to wait, like in a 4-way stop. If you don't know the routine for a 4-way stop, you cause an accident if you're driving, if you don't know how to be patient in the 4-way stop. So I'm like, look both ways. I look both ways like across the street. Look both ways down that street. Look both ways. All of a sudden, out of motherfucking nowhere, I was like, I'm like, look, everything's clear. It was almost like Harold and Kumar, right? Crosses the street. I was like, yep, everything's clear. I'm singing and shit, just minding my own business. Like, right, singing and walking, singing and driving. And it's out of nowhere. I see out of the peripheral somebody coming down the street. Like, let me hurry up and get over. I'm almost there. He was like, again, hit the fucking gas on me. I was like almost across the street. Literally, like, you can go this way and the car's coming this way. I was already on this side, crossing the street because it was clear. I was just trying to get on the sidewalk, right? So I could use the little lights. He was like literally intentionally swung over to me. And I was like, what the fuck is it with white people, huh? You really gonna be like this in our neighborhood that you gentrified? You really trying to knock me off the planet, huh? Why? That's the question of the day. Why? In my own neighborhood. This is 2 years apart. It's the same thing, right? And then when I go home, it's kind of different. It's more like filing and me talking to them like they're trash and creeping on them and now they're too deep, right? In cars and shit, and they're fucking with people. I'm just like, and then, well, you're going down that alley, huh? You go down this alley. You know what I mean? And when I'm at home, why do you think that family, right? Am I tripping? Is it conspiracy theory? Am I tripping? Or it just seems kind of coincidental? Or no, motherfucking white people want to knock me off the map, right? Intentionally. Like when you rev your gas and you go faster and veer into a lane that you know you're not even supposed to be in, cross the double lines to get at me, you're really trying to knock me off the planet, right? I'm not tripping. That's really happening. You know? I was like, wow. Well, guess you didn't get me today. Try again tomorrow. I was laughing. And at the same time, I was thinking the same shit I just said. Right? I was like, man, maybe I can tell Jesse just like, only you. These only things happen to you. Like, maybe so. Maybe motherfucking so. Very interesting day. An interesting show for you today. Interesting show. That's a stuff to show you. I wish my regular people was up in here so I could see if I showed what happened in Aurora, the actual video of when they shot that dude in the face. I can't remember because I whenever I do our RVA, it's like in between both shows, and I'm like lucky I could do it, right? So I couldn't remember if I did or not. So I was like, oh, let me see if any of the like Mac or anybody came in. I would be like, did I do that show? Did I show? I don't know. But anyway, got a whole bunch of stuff to show. A whole bunch of things. So we'll be here for a minute. So buckle up. I'm gonna try to have some fun. Kind of in a giggly mood right now. So let's not ruin it. Let's just enjoy it because there's so much seriousness around me. I can't deal with it. Try to laugh. So got the giggles. Enjoy it. It's it's here. Those of you really know, I'm fucking funny as hell. I'm gonna get my thing together. Let's see. Let me see. Hold on, brother. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Am I sharing? Let me make sure I'm sharing. Screen. Thought I hit the button. Share screen. I had Jesse set up the show before he decided to lay down. And I thought I was sharing all this when you pay for StreamYard. It's weird in the back, you know, where people's in the back, okay, the backstage, I guess you would call it. It's a strange little setup. I'm not quite familiar with it. That's why he has to do it, because he's always in the StreamYard doing Frontline Black News and shit. Let's see. All right. Okay. For some odd reason, when I was adding stuff to my queue, I don't know why, but it was like multiplying, and then all of a sudden it just started adding music that I was like, right before I got on, I was listening to the new BG song. I was like, yeah, it's like right up my alley. All right. What do you think? Do you think they're gonna let Diddy out, or they're gonna give him fucking 10 years? What do you guys think? Okay. All right, hold on a second. We're gonna start with the easy stuff. Fighting. All right. As you know, if you've been watching the RVA, I've been showing a lot of things about pollution and hacking and AI stuff, you know, like surveillance stuff. I know it's kind of like off the norm of the normal signal boosting stuff that we usually do, but everybody touches all of that. So I figured I'm going to show you guys interesting things that you have to be aware of, because, you know, this is stuff they don't want Black people to know about, and they think that they could just slide in. You know what I mean? Like when I say they, I mean billionaires and big polluters, things like that. And there's a lot of things going on, and I feel like we don't have the right, or we're not being told, or if we are being told, we're focusing on the wrong shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like this whole Sulan fucking FBA fucking this video and shit. Like, why are we talking about that when we could be talking about this? You know, this is gonna be important. Like everything I showed lately is to prepare ourselves. You know what I mean? The more you know, right? And I don't really know, but I'm starting to think in the lines of, you know, anything could happen with this administration, and I want to know as much as I can know about all this stuff. And best believe, like this data shit and the geopolitics, what's going on in legislation. You're bad. I don't know if I should let you out or not. Hold on. I didn't know ever until me and Jesse, until I got with Jesse, and I started to really look at things I was interested in, like racial pollution and shit like that. Hold on, I'm gonna start this. Okay, it's a short clip. I'll start this real quick. I gotta tend to the kittens for a second. Hold on. I'm gonna go off camera so I can.
To New Orleans now, as a notorious ransomware group claims response system about 3 weeks ago. And according to a source close to the sheriff's office, the state's IT specialists are still trying to fix it. Now, in a post on the dark web, the group behind hundreds of other breaches across the globe says it is to blame for all of this. Let's bring in CBS News reporter Katie Weiss, joining us live now from New Orleans. Katie, what kind of information did these hackers get their hands on?
Well, good evening, Liz. These hackers claim we have chosen to redact out of the side of is now claiming responsibility for the attack. The screenshots that our confirmed team obtained today from the dark web show that this group has obtained contracts, inmate intake documents, and expense information, among other things. The total volume of the alleged hack is 842 gigabytes. That's enough to hold about 42,000 average size PDFs. Now, the sheriff's office says the attack has also affected the sheriff's docket master system, which manages inmate transfers to and from jail. It also manages the court appearances of inmates, as well as when an inmate gets released on bond. In fact, our affiliate WWL last week spoke to a woman who said that she was unable to get her husband out of jail, even though she had paid his bond. Take a listen.
I have two sons, 4 and 6. They miss their dad. I did everything on my end to make sure that he comes home. So I feel like once everything is paid, everything is done, it shouldn't be no holdup.
Now, that woman did not want her name published. It's also important to note that the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office is not the only government entity or law enforcement entity to become a victim of such an attack. That about 5% of all ransomware complaints involved government infrastructure. Liz?
So, Katie, what do we know about this ransomware group? And now that they've said that they did it, they claimed responsibility, what happens next?
Sure. Well, I think the big question on many people's minds is, will they be using taxpayer dollars to pay the ransom? So far, the answer to that question I'm getting is a very strong no. At this point, the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office is refusing to pay the ransom, and that officials actually with the state's cybersecurity team have actually been here in the city for the last 3 to 4 weeks, according to a source close to the sheriff's office. They've been here for the last 3 to 4 weeks, still trying to solve this problem. Now, I'm also told that this attack actually stems from an email that was sent from the state is also investigating as well as more about the origins of how this could have happened in the first place. In the meantime, the FBI has warned actually about these attacks previously, all the way back in March. The FBI sent out advisories warning that these attacks were on the rise, and that a local media company that owns several small market television stations had been impacted and had fallen victim to a similar type attack. So certainly these kinds of things are increasing. And in fact, according to a cybersecurity firm called Recorded Future that analyzes these kinds of things, cyber attacks exposing vulnerabilities are up 16% this year compared to last year. So if you're running a business, something you might want to think about, absolutely. But for now, the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office emphasizes that no jail security operations have been impacted. Of course, you might remember they certainly made headlines earlier that one of those inmates large. Liz?
All right, Katie White, thank you so much.
Good for him. Good for him.
I'm going to the Danish island of Langeland, and I want to do some...
Of Langeland, there's lots to do on Langeland.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Of 2021, based on the fact that the Farm Bureau membership overwhelmingly wanted to see
that is over the limit.
Treatment plants across central Iowa are having a hard time treating it.
We have what was at one time the largest nitrate removal facility in the world, and unfortunately, even that wasn't able.
Nearly every Iowa county in the Hawkeye State is battling against manure being released into their water.
11.12, that is over the limit.
Treatment plants across central Iowa are having a hard time treating it.
We have what was at one time the largest nitrate removal facility in the world, and unfortunately, even that wasn't able to keep up with the level of nitrate that we're seeing in the rivers.
We have beaches in Iowa, but they're closed. They have algae, they have bacteria.
The lake, it's really showing up green right now. It's really sad.
Nitrogen pollution is a big problem in Iowa. It's dangerous for people and for the environment, but there's also a whole other side of this story that's frankly more troubling. It's about the big and powerful vested interests who have really allowed the contamination on such a wide scale.
I don't think it would be a surprise to anyone. There's pressure on legislators and government officials from special interest groups.
The status quo in Iowa is working for some people and not working well at all for many others.
I'm really not like a fruity drink girl, you know?
I think in 2007, we were made aware that our nitrate levels were higher than normal. Everybody is connected to a farmer. Everybody is connected with somebody who has had cancer. I'd say 4 or 5 people for sure. Everybody knows that amount who have died of cancer. And it's becoming creepy. I'm Steve Pick. I'm in Remsen, Iowa. I'm 67 years old and I've been here most of my life. I was a city clerk in utilities for 34 years. There has to be some correlation between nitrate levels and cancer.
Iowa's cancer rate has been climbing in near lockstep with the rising use of nitrogen on farms for decades. Scientists, though, aren't sure if the correlation is causative or merely coincidental. What we do know is that age-adjusted Iowa has the nation's fastest growing and second highest cancer rate overall after Kentucky, and is one of only 2 states in the U.S. where the cancer rate is still growing at all.
Iowa used to be sort of this marshy swampland, and to make it as productive as we have, we've essentially plumbed a lot of our fields so that we can get the water off the land and make the land more amenable to crop production.
Iowa is really among the most heavily modified landscapes in the entire country. Starting with European settlers, it was literally carved up into squares for individual farming families. With the endless green fields, it's hard to see how farming in Iowa could have a negative impact. But if you look a little closer, you realize it's like any other major industry, driven by market forces, entirely indifferent to ecological and human health. Most of what is grown goes into animals for fuel. Corn yields have risen enormously in the last 50 years. To achieve that productivity, the state's farmers spread nearly 4 billion pounds of nitrogen from fertilizer and manure on Iowa's 13 million acres of corn every year. Many in the scientific community are worried.
This is essentially our sample intake lab. So those are treated seeds. That's how we do agriculture these days. And that seed is colorful. It's painted with pesticides. We spray on there an insecticide, a fungicide, maybe an nematicide. And this is something we spent a lot of time fall away. Farmers just go buy what they're being sold. This is what their local representative will say is, this is your seed for this year, and they'll just use it. There are challenges when it comes to water quality, and the challenges that might be there for public health as well.
This is our well field well. Well number 8 was extremely high.
To get the nitrate out of the water, Steve Pick organized the community, raising hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy almost 100 acres of farmland above the well field. They replaced the rows of corn and soybeans that were growing there with native prairie grasses, and the deep roots of those grasses successfully absorbed much of the pollution. As nitrate levels in Remsen's wells plummeted about 40% in just a few years. But then it was all cut down.
$15,000 worth of seed of planting all this, and pretty disheartening.
Starting in 2010, more conservative politicians came into power across the state, and the project was effectively killed. Steve Pick was fired into nitrate levels. This is when the story gets really interesting. Iowa's Department of Natural Resources sent a scientist to investigate the rising levels of nitrate in Remsen. That investigator identified the Tentinger cattle feedlot on the edge of town as the source of the pollution.
It comes from there, down through this creek, down that way between the ball fields, and then weaves through Beck Park, and eventually.
The DNR's chief of compliance at the time, Barbara Lynch, closed the investigation to avoid political blowback. DNR records show residents repeatedly complained about the farm's manure flowing through town. By 2017, Remsen's shallow wells were so filled with nitrate, they had to actually be turned off. Remsen now has a $10 million water plant to treat deeper wells and much higher water bills. Political interference like that is not unusual in Iowa. In fact, what happened in microcosm of agricultural interests wield extraordinary power in the ag industry, endangering public health.
I'm Claire Ruby. I work for the Department of Environmental Science and Natural Resources.
In 2019, Claire Ruby co-wrote a research paper that was led by Chris Jones of the University of Iowa.
The 2019 paper, oh boy.
That report examined the waterways around Remsen in northwest Iowa, where livestock feedlots have farming. Nitrate is a byproduct of both.
What the paper showed was that there was leading to significantly higher nitrate concentrations in the surface water. It's completely unnecessary. Folks aren't just applying what is needed to grow those crops. I discovered that there was a meeting about this with a number of the powerful ag players. I looked through the door and I saw on the screen a PowerPoint that talked about activist scientists. And things really went downhill after that.
At that meeting was a group called the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Advocates the true definition of a grassroots movement.
What?
The Iowa Farm Bureau projects a wholesome image, but essentially it's a lobbying machine for the big ag businesses in Iowa. These guys don't look exactly like the typical farmer. Established in 1918, the Iowa Farm Bureau includes all kinds of investors and bankers and lawyers and goes far beyond farmers. It has unusually deep pockets for an industry trade group as well. thanks to corporate profits that it earns from an insurance subsidiary that's very large. The IFB is so influential that it was able to insert entire passages from its own publications without any citation into an early draft of the Iowa Nutrient Reduction Strategy, the state's voluntary blueprint for reducing nitrogen and phosphorus emissions. This regulation-free rule book is what allows the agricultural industry to operate on a volume imperative. The system involves farmers who are incentivized to maximize harvests by huge demand for livestock feed, and also the federal mandate to corn ethanol for auto fuel. The federal government basically indemnifies them against losses by subsidizing crop insurance.
I worked about 20 years for the Iowa Farm Bureau as the Director of Research and Commodity Services. I was quite involved with some of the discussions on the Iowa Nutrient Reduction Strategy. It's really just how much nitrogen do we need to grow a bushel of corn? Right now in Iowa, we do about 1 pound of nitrogen per bushel of corn. That's highly efficient. 1980, we were 1.5 pounds of nitrogen. Nitrogen is the most expensive input I have on this farm. I don't want to waste it. Now, could it be done more efficiently? Theoretically, yes.
When we first started,
applying blanket fertilizer has become the norm for modern farming systems, but some believe there are better and cleaner ways to do it. Iowa State University agronomy professor Matt Liebman founded and ran the Marsden Farm project from 2002 until retiring just a couple years ago.
If you look at what's down below the oats here, you can see alfalfa plants that were planted at the same time as corn next to grow after alfalfa. And you can grow that corn with less fertilizer after alfalfa because roots can move more quickly through the soil to greater depth and explore the soil for more water and nutrients.
Liebman proved that by rotating corn with alfalfa and grains could actually earn more money while using 85% less nitrogen fertilizer.
The principles and practices that you're seeing out here are well known for decades, for centuries. Most farmers have been moved toward a financial situation where they're trying to maximize their gross revenue. And if they find shortfalls in input costs are high or market values are low, insurance helps them maintain profitability. Because we don't assign a cost for externalities for what happens downwind, and downstream and downhill, production economics favor the high use of inputs and the high use of environmental and human health outcomes.
Some folks will say regulation is the way, but regulation is a real dirty word here in Iowa. And, folks don't want to have that conversation. I'm not blaming farmers. This is the system as it stands. This is what in the U.S. we call a food production system.
I would argue the Farm Bureau system is the envy of the world relative to getting quality agricultural input and involvement of producers in ag production policy. And so when we talk about regulations, no, I'm a fan of set out voluntary guidelines and make sure this system towards sound economics.
The Iowa Farm Bureau has been campaigning for years to be sure that farmers do not have to follow strict regulations. That has allowed in the state. Lobbying records in the state legislature show the IFB has consistently opposed and tried to repeal any measures that could take up farmland for other purposes, such as solar panels and environmental restoration. While Big Ag prefers to maintain the status quo, new science suggests a rethink might be wise.
There's been some concern that maybe that 10 milligrams per liter standard is not health protective enough. And there's been plenty of science that has started to find associations between nitrate in drinking water and chronic health impacts like bladder cancer, colorectal cancer, thyroid cancer, and birth defects. So here in Iowa, we've got communities that are routinely drinking levels of nitrate where people are wondering, is this truly even? And the EPA acknowledged that there are new data around health effects that suggested that they needed a new health assessment. But here we are in 2025, and we have not completed that health assessment.
Today, I'm pleased to make the largest deregulatory announcement in U.S. history.
For years, federal environmental laws and the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency have really stood in as nature's last line of defense in Iowa and elsewhere. Now, though, the current administration wants to disband EPA's Science and Research Division, the only branch that does these risk assessments, as President Trump seeks to slash the budget by more than half.
What happens downstream of us, this just kind of keeps continuing and continuing all the way to the Gulf, really, where you see the hypoxia. To us,
why do the fish kills keep happening? It's death by a cut. Doing this over and over. So it's not a water problem, it's an ecosystem problem.
It seems like the bigger the operations around here get, the more they're reliant on chemicals. I'd like to see a happy medium, and looks pretty clear, but I still wouldn't drink it.
Farming in America could not exist without John Deere.
I don't care where you are in the rural parts of John Deere is forecast to make about $7.7 billion in fiscal year 2021.
Shareholders and executives could not be happier. John Deere has been in a battle on two fronts. Between a massive union strike from upset workers and a legal battle with farmers concerning equipment repairs called Right to Repair, this is the breakdown.
There's a saying that you'll hear either Deere say or other people say, if farmers are profiting, Deere's profiting. And Deere wants to do everything they can to make those farmers a lot more profitable.
Since the pandemic hit in 2020 and millions of Americans sheltered in place buying nothing but groceries, both John Deere and farmers became even more essential in feeding America, and both profited a great deal as a result.
Because the machines they make are essential to an industry that has to provide an essential product for consumers, not only in the United States, but across the globe.
John Deere's profits during the pandemic are eye-popping, and that wealth has spread out to executives like CEO John May, who brought in $15.6 million in 2020, a 160% raise.
And according to our Bloomberg data, he's going to make about $30 million for the 2021 fiscal year. So you're talking about almost $10 million more for the
of the pie, in part because of John Deere's stock buybacks. Buybacks are a piece of financial engineering by a company to repurchase shares of its own stock to reduce the number of shares in the market, which in turn increases the ownership stake for the shareholders.
The stock buybacks for them have been significant. So in the past 12 months, they bought back $1.9 billion in stock, and they bought back $716 million alone in their fiscal third quarter of 2021.
One group who thought they were not sharing in that wealth? John Deere factory workers.
So the optics are obvious now that it has broken out among part of their workforce.
During this boom time, Deere offered their workers a 5% pay increase. That's when over 10,000 United Auto workers who worked for John Deere went on strike.
I had one person in particular say, our CEO is about to make $10 million more for this year than he did last year. The company is seeing earnings go to records. The stock price is surging. And yet we're the group who, during the past recession and past down economic cycles in the farming industry, we took cuts.
After the union turned down 2 contracts, John Deere was finally able to meet their demands in late November, which doubled raises and improved pensions for union members.
Those employees that are represented by the UAW are immensely valuable employees to us. We're super proud of where the contract ended up. It's groundbreaking in a lot of ways, both from near-term wage increases, as well as the retirement medical benefits that it offers. It's super helpful to understand how the work is done in the factories, what the opportunities are to make improvements for whatever the operation happens to be, to make those that are doing that work better.
So while John Deere workers fought and won their battle to see the profits the company has brought in over the past 2 years, farmers are still in their own fight with Deere when it comes to repairing their own equipment.
So a lot of farms our size use a variety of technology. We use old technology, we use new technology. My name is Tom Brandt, and you are currently in Plymouth, Nebraska. I am a farmer and also a state senator. I represent District 32, Fillmore Thayer, Jefferson, Saline, and southwestern Lancaster counties here in Nebraska. The state of Nebraska's agriculture is the 4th largest ag powerhouse in the nation. We feed way more people with the food we produce than just the 1.96 in the state of Nebraska. The farm that you're on today is a farm that's common to southeast Nebraska. We rotate corn and soybeans. It takes hundreds of thousands of dollars to operate a small farm like this. Our margins are razor thin. Farming is an industry where we buy retail and we sell wholesale.
While the principles of farming are the same, the equipment used to farm has changed dramatically.
This is a 1952 Alice Chalmers WD. This is a style of tractor I grew up on. It's not started for 2 months. It's tough and it works. And this is what American farm equipment used to be like.
Both John Deere and their major competitors has become much more technologically sophisticated in the past 2 decades.
A little after 2000, tractors changed from being strictly just a power and source and got to be a lot more computerized. Now they're all basically drive-by-wire systems where there's no physical connection between our. Every generation tractor since is even more computerized.
People every day. How logically sophisticated is. assess the guidance, information that comes off those equipment that helps make customers enable.
This is the main computer screen right here. It can show us moisture, it can show us yield, it can show us the various components on the combine. 20 years ago, our irrigated corn probably yielded 150, 60 bushels. So if your crops are gaining yield 40% over 10 or 20 years, you're going to need bigger, faster equipment to harvest it.
And those bigger, faster machines have increased productivity an estimated 1.4% per year over the past 70 years. And U.S. farmers now produce an average corn yield of about 175 bushels an acre.
And then the really valuable information that starts to move markets is what the harvest looks like. So now one of these enormous harvesters will tell in real time through where to Goldman Sachs, maybe exactly how much corn or wheat is being harvested on that.
A lot more done in a day. We've hours. Getting a lot more hours in. We're not tired. So efficiency factor, unfortunately, like all electronic.
And that's where they're. While the technology in a John Deere tractor or combine makes farming easier than ever before, there are very real concerns from some farmers when John Deere and other agricultural machinery companies won't let farmers fix their own equipment without a licensed mechanic. For Deere and its dealerships, parts and services are 3 to 6 times more profitable than sales of original filings.
Compared to their own equipment.
Farmers love to we like to take we that's currently have access to the computer systems equipment. Doesn't matter whether it's green John Deere or it's red case or
thing that you fix on the tractor isn't necessarily like a moving part. It may be something that has
error code on the panel. And it is basic, you look it up and it says, call your dealer.
Right? If your vehicle sits idle because, you know, you don't have a, say you're missing a bolt or something, you can't put your fucking tire on and there's no mechanical man around that can do it, okay? So it sits for like, I don't know, say it sits for almost 8 months to a year. No, 2 years. Say it sits for 2 years, right? And it has 2 batteries. Do I necessarily have to get 2 new batteries, or can I figure out a way to jumpstart the old batteries and make them work still? Is there like, do I have to go do that? Is there like a way I could refurbish and just get new ones? Like, how does that work if you're forced to let it sit idle? Like, because, you know, like when I got hit in the, I was in an accident like 2 years ago, and the motherfucker hit my shit and busted one of my tires. I have snow tires, like big ass monster tires on my other little chair, right? And it drives faster. It's, you know, they'll, like my chairs, I'll have lokes, like they're like they'll have names. Well, this one particularly, my brother, I brought him out from LA to help me a long time ago, like a long time ago. It helped me, you know, this very shit, and he ended up going to prison because he had to handle some business. He had to do something, right? And go to prison for like 10 years. 10 years later, we're older now and fucking sick, and you know, the motherfucker gets he gets a power chair, right? And it's like a tight one. It's like a V6 Seems like it was like it says V6 on it shit. I think it has a little engine. It's like motherfucking fast, right? And it came with these motherfucking big ass monster tires, and I could go up like small hills and probably run over a small dog. You know what I mean? A fucking demon child. I would probably just a boo boo. Wouldn't even give. But they're actual real like big ass tires, right? So I'm at Jesse's house, and I ran over something like, because when he used to live in this other place, sometimes we'd go, the streets would be littered or be too much like gravel, maybe a nail, broken glass, you know what I mean? On the way to his old place, we'd get off the bus and hit the dispensary and walk down the street and past motherfucking Death Planned Parenthood. You and walk to his place. It'd be like a short little walk. And one day the tire popped, and I was like, "Fuck!" But they're like real tires. They got whole inner tubes and shit, right? On this particular one. Well, I needed it because it's all metal, like all metal, pretty comfortable and shit. But it's all metal, and it's like the shit I got is not like all metal. It's like I don't know, but it's not all metal. Okay, that one's like a Cadillac. Picture a fucking Cadillac, old school Cadillac, right? And it sits high and shit, and it's literally safe. It saved me, right? The tire popped. It took me fucking forever. I think I had to ask one of our friends to help me get a tire, right? I had to buy my own tires, and because I got it off. I thought my brother had got sick, and I thought he was like literally in the hospital, and we were staying in these hotels during COVID, and he was like, "Hey, Brandy, take over my shit. Go get my chair. Don't let nobody take it." I was like, "All right," because I would let me ride it around in it. I'd be all dressed up and shit, and he's like, "Man, you can't be looking like that in my chair. They're gonna think that I got a girlfriend." Like that, right? You can't be wearing high heels and shit, heels and pumps in my chair. Like, God damn, why not? I would just wear dresses and shit. So, all right, fuck, but I can't change now. They're already on. I drive the streets with him, right? Well, he's like, "Go get my chair. Don't let nobody take it." So Jesse helped me because dude was, like under the mental health criteria. So the motherfucking hotel we were living in didn't want to relinquish it to me, so Jesse had to help me because he knew the main guy who does the mental health here, right? And the dude was like, "Yeah, go ahead." I signed off on it and everything, so I had to go pick it up, and I took it and I kept it ever since, right? So I was like, "Well, one day I'll run into it. One day he'll be looking for me, and I gotta give him his shit back." You know what I mean? And it never happened. So I thought he died. He came from a long line of Mills. The Mills family all have blue eyes. All black with blue eyes. Black with blue eyes, black with tribal freckles, I call them, you know what I mean? Or like Jesse has I call them tribal freckles, right? With blue eyes, like light baby blue eyes. Every motherfucking Mills family member I've seen, from cousins, aunties, mamas, daddies, uncles, nephews, all in that, they all have blue eyes. Nothing else. Like black or high yellow or red bone with blue eyes. And you knew they were the Mills family, right? So long line of fucking Mills, okay? I'm talking about it. I brought him from LA to Colorado. And so I knew the family in LA. And then when I used to do little traveling, like to Texas, Florida, I was in Florida for like 5 years, Texas for like 5 years. The Mills family would always take care of me. It's like, come on, you one of us. You just brown eyed. We don't know. We adopted you. What you got come? Come on, bring your country ass up. All right, man. Henry said to take care of you. All right, So I thought something happened to him. I learned today he's still alive. So I was like, oh my God, my sister told me. So excited. But when the shit happened, nobody could change this fucking tire, right? No one had tools. Nobody could call nobody who had a fucking car. Like when I say nobody, I mean the two men in my life, which would be my brother and him, could call anybody who had a vehicle fucking to help change a tire. I couldn't do it because I couldn't do it. Okay, first of all, I can't lift any more than like 5 to 10 pounds at best because my heart it just takes too much off my heart. My heart's only working at like one half the side is working at like half capacity of what it's supposed to work. That's why I'm so swollen, right? Like super swollen. Just keep putting on water. And so I was like, man, nobody. I mean, nobody, dude. You know how fucking weird is that? It's like intentional, right? And I finally get it off. First, like, they couldn't change it. Finally, I get it off. Then I couldn't find nobody to put it back together. You know what I mean? Because I had to buy a tire, get the inner tube, piece that shit together. Then my motherfucking homeboy, he cracked the rim. And I was like, man, fuck this shit. They were putting this rim back on together. Like, I'm just gonna fuck this shit. I'm gonna go get this metal glue, fucking whatever. I'll fucking torch this shit back together, putting it back together. I had a whole bunch of companies staying over the summer. Like my other sister from Louisiana, she was in the house with her daughters and everything. And then my daughter is no longer my daughter, right? She was in the house for a minute and lost a fucking bolt. One motherfucking bolt, and maybe a screw and a bolt. Okay, two things. Didn't know, right? I said, man, I need somebody to take one off the other side so I can see what size it is, and I'll just go fucking do it. It's just one motherfucking. It's two little bolts. Still to this motherfucking day, okay? You think somebody would help me, right? Impossible. So I was like, say today, I was like, I don't know what I gotta do, but I make sure that shit is up before the snow comes. Because I don't want to be in the house the whole time. I'm in the house. I got shit to do. My trench jackets have got like so much better. I'm ready to wear my coats. It's starting to get cold. I'm like, shit, I can't wait to wear my motherfucking wear my bear. I have a bear, like I feel like it's got a black hood, black fur on it. So I call it like the black bear. I was like, I can't wait to wear my Batman coat. Look at my fucking Eddie Bauer fucking goose down. You know what I mean? I got a rabbit one. This looks like 1980s. Looked like I was out selling crack. It's like cream colored with like 80s kind of like I don't know. It kind of felt like it was the 80s coat, like a long trench coat, right? With a motherfucking fur, a hood with a fur on it that I swear it's probably rabbit or something. You know? So in my mind, it's whatever, right? I was like, shit, it look like I'm about to go sell some rocks. You know? Not just selling rocks. I'd be out there covered in like wearing my coat hood on. It looked like I'm out there selling rocks. That's what it looked like. I was laughing about it. But I was like, man, I gotta get this shit up. I can't do it. And also my thing is, it's been sitting there. What do I do with the batteries? Do I try to jump them or what? You know what I mean? Can they be jumped? Can I take it to Napa or something? Can they change me out? Like, what do I got to do? What do I got to do? Because I'm thinking there's going to be an issue. I keep asking my brother that's in the front room to plug that bitch up and see. You know what I mean? Like, just plug it up and see if it'll take a charge. Or they never do it. Or plug the other one up, see if it'll take a charge. Or never do it. I'm like, it's like epic failing. Like, they did it, like, they're doing it on purpose. You know what I mean? And just because I don't have the tools, I can't do it myself. Like if I had a jack, and you know what I mean? I know how to change a motherfucking tire. I just don't have the fucking shit. You know what I mean? My brother has a whole fucking vehicle that just comes standard. There's a fucking Toyota that comes standard in the back. I was like, shit. Why is it so difficult? Seems like it's intentional, right? It was like they just want me to stay stagnant. Then they want to tell me I'm doing it on purpose. But what do I do? Like, should I try to charge it? Should I try to jump it? Or can it be salvaged? Do I have to replace the batteries? You know, things like that. Like, I would like, you got a car, you know, like, do I have to change out the batteries? Can't throw some Pepsi on it? What I gotta do? You know what I mean? The real shit. I'm serious. Like, we're gonna have somebody come look at it next week on Thursday. And this shit, I'm still waiting for all the pieces and parts to come for this one because I've been riding this one like a Mack truck. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, I feel like it's unstable. But there's nothing really too wrong except I need a new charger. These ones dropped it. Ooh! Get out of there. Get out of there. Yeah, no real shit. Seriously, I'm being serious. Like, what do I do? Is there a way to, like, what should I do? I can't, like, push it out to plug it up. Ooh! Daddy's gonna whoop you. Get out of there. You know what I mean? What do you think? Or whoever's watching, answer that question for me. Please, because I really want to know. Try to make it easier for myself.
So the dealer has to come out and they plug their computer into the tractor and they have to diagnose what the problem is.
We have operators who have had computer glitches during planning. They have a newer tractor, they have a newer planner. It happens on a Friday. They got to wait till Monday. If they were given access to the operating system, they knew what they had to do to repair that.
And there are literally billions of dollars at stake for John Deere when it comes to repairs.
They make a lot of their money in the dealerships from parts and repair because, frankly, they have a monopoly, and that monopoly has been significantly enhanced by the software controls in the modern tractor. No one else can work on them.
Annual parts sales increased 23% to $6.8 billion from 2013 to 2020, while Deere's total agricultural equipment sales fell 20% to $22.3 billion. So there's very real money at stake when it comes to repair. If a right to repair law allowed parts and services markets to compete, it could be a huge blow to a vital income stream for the company.
The farmers of the world say, we've been repairing these things forever. Farmers know how to fix things, know how to keep things working in the fields. And by denying us that, you're essentially taking away a kind of birthright.
John Deere is also the target of a potential federal class action lawsuit alleging antitrust violations tied to its repair policies. John Deere declined to comment on the litigation, but said it meets company commitments to provide parts, information, and software to owners of its equipment.
Right, I was just downloading.
However, there is precedent when it comes to right to repair.
The best way of explaining the right to repair is to go back to automobiles. As automobiles were built with more and more software and chips, it became more and more difficult for the average car owner to fix their car because the software, you didn't have the tools to do that.
So in 2012, the state of Massachusetts introduced a right to repair bill on light cars and trucks. They were the only state in the nation to do that. And what that did is that opened the floodgates and made it possible for third-party mechanics, the mom and pop, to access and repair all those vehicles. I can tell you locally, we have a situation just like that. Last January of 2021, based on the fact that the Farm Bureau membership overwhelmingly wanted to see a right to repair bill, we introduced one.
That bill, called LB 543, was voted in favor 176-1 by the farmers. Yet right now that bill sits in committee because it required amendments to only reference repairing farm equipment and not other electronics like iPhones, computers, and televisions.
Our position's fairly straightforward. We believe that farmers have the right to repair their equipment. Where we draw the line is the right to modify, and it generally involves the embedded software that we put on the machines. Agricultural equipment is less like consumer electronics than it is really like aviation, right? You wouldn't want just anybody fixing and repairing software on an airplane because there is a safety component to it. In the same way, I think a tractor going down the highway is a fairly comparable situation. That's really where our efforts are best spent. To try to make sure that people understand the ramifications and the risks associated with the conversations that are currently happening in the space.
While farmers are waiting for a ruling to be made on right to repair, some are taking matters into their own hands by using gray market technology to run diagnostics on their own equipment.
When you rebel against the technological barrier, you hack it. And there are a number of farmers who've availed themselves of John Deere repair and diagnostic software from places like Hong Kong and other markets where things are sold without the proper licenses. It's the software black market, or in this case, it's really a gray market.
Right now, the right to repair is still moving forward. But its future is anything but certain.
Currently, LB 543 is sitting in committee, and we chose to have it stay there for 1 year to allow all parties to give us some input on this. And it's pretty much been crickets. But the hue and cry out here in the country is getting louder. People want more regulation, or at least the opportunity to control their own destiny. They don't like seeing it in the hands of big corporations.
We'll keep working at it until we get it accomplished. I'm not afraid of a fight. I haven't met a farmer yet that's not afraid of a fight. So we'll state our piece and see what we can get done.
Hold on 1 second, Valley. It's really hard because I can't. My leg hurts really bad.
At the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office, hackers managed to breach the agency's system about 3 weeks ago. And according to a source close to the sheriff's office, the state's IT specialists are still trying to fix it. Now, in a post on the dark web, the group behind hundreds of other breaches across the globe says it is to blame for all of this. Let's bring in CBS News reporter Katie Weiss, joining us live now from New Orleans. Kate, what kind of information did these hackers get their hands on?
Well, good evening, Liz. These hackers claim, according to screenshots from our CBS Confirmed team, which we have chosen to redact out of the side of caution, that the Russian-speaking hacker group Killin is now claiming responsibility for the attack. The screenshots that our Confirmed team obtained today from the dark web show that this group has obtained contracts, inmate intake documents, and expense information, among other things. The total volume of the alleged hack is 842 gigabytes. That's enough to hold about 42,000 average size PDFs. Now, the sheriff's office says the attack has also affected the sheriff's docket master system, which manages inmate transfers to and from jail. It also manages the court appearances of inmates, as well as when an inmate gets released on bond. In fact, our affiliate WWL last week spoke to a woman who said that she was unable to get her husband out of jail, even though she had paid his bond.
Okay. All right. Before we get into that,
Scott, the MAGA movement, they don't really know. They always talk about taking something outside and then they don't even know. You need to educate them on what it means to take it outside. To quote Scott.
No, I'll kick your ass up one side of the street and down the other.
Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and I'm trouble. And it's about time we had this conversation because
I'm back.
If I'm going to be honest about the conditions here in DC, there is an element that has come into our city and they just don't know how to act. Honestly, they just don't know how to act. And quite frankly, as a DC resident and DMV native, I don't feel safe.
And I don't want to admit it.
For these. It's bad out here. I'm going to punch you in your effing face. Scott Bessent threatens an administration rival. The Treasury Secretary's quiet tensions with Housing Finance Chief Bill Pulte exploded at a private dinner last week. That's what I'm saying. Can't even have a private dinner. You can't even have a private, and they fighting. You know what I mean? Can't go nowhere. A private dinner attended by dozens of administration officials and close advisors to President Donald Trump was temporarily marred by a dramatic clash between two of Trump's top economic officials, with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent at one point threatening to punch top housing finance official Bill Pulte, quote, in the effing face.
Claims
rarely marred by a dramatic clash between two of Trump's top economic officials, with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent at one point threatening to punch top housing finance official Bill Pulte, quote, in the effing face. Did he say it just like did Scott go to an HBCU? Was he in the hip hop real heavy back in the day? Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. The Wednesday evening event was supposed to be one of celebration. It was both the much anticipated inaugural dinner at Executive Branch, the ultra-exclusive Georgetown Club created by and for Trump world's uber-rich, and a birthday party for a MAGA-friendly podcaster. A long table for the 30-some guests was set with top-of-the-line crystal and china. The guest list included Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, Interior Secretary Doug Burgum, Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler, Medicare and Medicaid Chief Dr. Oz, plus venture capitalist David Sachs. Wow. honestly, if you told me that Tulsi Gabbard and Kelly Loeffler and Dr. Oz and Doug Burgum were all out at dinner, I probably would have bet somebody tried to fight. I probably would have bet that's given all of the ill will that has been engendered by those. I would have taken that bet. I would have. Huh? Who would I bet on? Ooh, Gabbard. But amid the cocktail hour din, Bessent lashed out at Pulte in an expletive-laden diatribe. The Treasury Secretary had heard from several people that the Federal Housing Finance Agency director had been bad-mouthing him to Trump. A person close to him said he wasn't about to engage in chit-chat as if nothing was amiss. Why the F, I'm going to punch you in your effing face.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
He said, get my name out your mouth. I don't know, man. Scott kind of thorough. Scott kind of thorough. Now, granted, he moving at work like Latrell Sprewell. He moving like Latrell at work. So ain't nobody safe. But I rock with it, though. You know what I mean? City boy! The scene was described to me by one eyewitness and 4 other people familiar with what happened. The only fact they disagreed on was whether it was Bessent or Pulte who initiated the conversation. They and others who described the conflict were granted anonymity due to the sensitivity of the situation. That don't sound that sensitive, honestly. It sounds quite insensitive. It sounds quite insensitive, especially to any other diners that might have been present. You know what I mean? That's honestly, the word I would use is ghetto. The word I would use, I was granted anonymity due to the ghetto-ness of the situation. It was quite ghetto. I don't know. I guess that's how they was raised. You know, I guess that's how they was raised. Pulte appeared stunned, and the tense encounter prompted club co-owner and financier Omid Malik to intervene, according to the 3 people. But Bessent wasn't having it. He sought to get him kicked out. It's either me or him, Bessent said to Malik. You tell me who's getting the F out of here. Or, he added, we could go outside.
Catch me outside. How about that?
To do what? Asked Pulte. To talk? No, Bessent replied. I'm going to F it. Wow! 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 Let them fight! Let them fight!
Yeah! They squabbling out there now.
They ain't got it out their system. They ain't got it out their system. Let them fight!
Yeah!
Scott, can you talk to Nancy Mace and them about what it means to take it outside? You know, because the MAGA movement, they don't really know. They always talking about taking something outside, and then they don't even know. You need to educate them on what it means to take it outside. To quote Scott.
No, I'll kick your ass up one side of the street and down the other.
Oh, man. Hey, Scott, he got that from us. He did. He got that from us. You know. Huh? Were their fathers in the home? Not in Pulte's, so he would have known what that meant. Seeking to de-escalate the situation, Malik separated the men, walking Bessent to another part of the club to calm down. During the seated dinner, Bessent and Pulte were placed on opposite ends of the table, and the party went off without further episodes. Behind the scenes, the 2 men have clashed in something of a turf war over Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, as well as other economic matters. 4 Trump insiders told Politico. Bessent believes some of the people familiar with their conflict say that Pulte has inserted himself into matters the secretary views as his jurisdiction. Pulte, they add, has bristled at the threat of being big-footed. Complicating the entire dynamic, according to the Trump administration allies closely following the drama, is Pulte's close ties to Lutnick. The Commerce Secretary and Bessent have had a rocky relationship since the transition when the two men competed for the Treasury position. That has injected significant distrust into anything the trio work on together. Hey, Pulte. Yeah. Where was Lutnick? Huh? Where was Lutnick when Bessent pressed you? Where was Lutnick? Huh? He was elbow deep in them dinner rolls. Okay? You almost got two-pieced at executive branch and laid out on the Georgetown streets while he was buttering rolls. Huh? Can we get that clear? Also, another thing to get clear. Think of the children. You know what I mean? Not just the children that were inside, but the children that were trying to sleep in Georgetown and they can't because they down here arguing at the restaurant. This is the kind of element. You know what I mean? This is the kind of element that I'm talking about right here. You know what I mean? Just, no type of class. No. Next thing you can't go nowhere no more.
What comes to my mind is just the pressure that some of these people are under to stay within the president's good graces. I mean, we watch the cabinet meeting where every single cabinet official praises the president. It's got to be sort of the same idea. Like if you hear that someone within MAGA world or within the cabinet or within the administration is speaking poorly of you to the president, which is absolutely imaginable. A lot of people have direct access to the president of the United States, that it will lead to some high emotions. Now, those are pretty high emotions if we're talking about stepping outside, but it's a lot of intensity.
Bill Pulte has become an interesting figure in this administration. Typically, the top housing official is a bureaucrat, a technocrat, someone who's really immersed deeply in housing policy. He is someone who has been driving this effort to try to go after Democrats over alleged mortgage fraud. He has not really gone after Republicans who have similar issues as well, like Ken Paxton, who's running for Senate in Texas. But nevertheless, he has really elevated his profile in this regard. So this is, as Kristen said, someone you would have heard of before, but now the top housing official, he's really in Trump's good graces because of these efforts.
Well, my buttoned-up analysis is that Trump likes to have these kind of rivalries and them going at each other for the attention. My less buttoned-up analysis for Bessent is like, if you're going to keep threatening, you got to, put up or shut up. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Don't just talk about it, be about it. At some point, you can't keep threatening to hit people. You're going to have to back it up. That's my less buttoned-up analysis.
Nah, don't do that. Nah, don't do that. Nah, don't. Hey, Scott, I'm not with her. I'm not with her. I'm not with that at all. Out here threatening Debo. Hey, that's Debo right there. You out here threatening Debo. At some point, you got to put hands on. You think he won't? You think he won't? He the same dude who ran Elon Musk out. Scott Bessent addresses explosive WWE clash with Elon Musk and West Wing, and if he gave him a black eye. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has addressed reports that he had an explosive argument with Elon Musk in the West Wing earlier this year and responded to rumors he gave a black eye to the world's richest man. Bessent clashed with Musk in April over choices for the next acting leader of the IRS. According to The Atlantic and subsequent media reports, the pair reportedly traded jabs and fired off expletives near the Oval Office. One witness described the fight as two billionaire middle-aged men thinking it was WWE in the hall of the West Wing. MAGA ally Steve Bannon even told the Washington Post the pair exchanged blows. Musk rammed his shoulder in Bessent's ribcage like a rugby player, and Bessent hit him back, Bannon recounted. Multiple people then intervened to break up the fight, the pair reported. Weeks later, Musk arrived at the White House with a black eye. He out here. Wow. Is he abusing staff? Is he? I told her don't threaten him. And, you know what I mean? I told her don't threaten him. Next thing you know, you got people standing in the Oval Office with a black eye swaying like they off the dog food. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you press Scott Bessent. What? Elon Musk? Elon Musk commented? He better not. Elon Musk could have let go of the Politico article that detailed how Trump's Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent blasted a Trump official, threatening to punch him in the face. He shared the article with a which has now set the internet on fire, as the last person known to have a physical brawl with Bessent was apparently Elon Musk. That's all he said? Yeah, he knew better. He knew better. He knew better. If he would have posted 2 words, Scott would have came and saw him. You know what I mean? That's what I think. That's why, Scott would have came and saw him. He was like, you. That's what I thought, Elon Musk. That's what I thought. As far as you, Bill Pulte, you got enough to worry about outside of Scott Bessent.
This tip came from where?
Well, you have to understand, of course, as part of a federal investigation, I'm not going to explain our sources and methods, where we get tips from, who are whistleblowers. This is exactly why you have whistleblower protections. This is exactly why you don't intimidate people who are your sources, who give you information. So it would be reckless for me to do that.
No, but this goes to the political weaponization issue, because if, for example, the tip came from inside the administration, or came from even inside your agency with somebody who works for you, who decided, you know what, I looked through this and I need you to look into this, then that creates the perception issue. So again, you can have, I think you can hold both ideas in your head, but I'm trying to actually, to some degree, help you explain to the public that one component part of the political weaponization issue.
Well, I don't need you to help me explain things, Andrew. It's very clear. This lady signed these documents or she didn't. She committed mortgage fraud or she didn't. And why are we making excuses for somebody who's supposed to be, I think, the most sophisticated person, one of the most sophisticated people in the entire world? And somehow you and Steve Leisman and all these people aren't asking Powell, why are you allowing this at this prestigious institution?
Now I get why Scott was mad. Now I get why Scott was. Hey, if I'm on the jury, not guilty. You know what I mean? If I'm on the jury, now I get exactly why Scott Bessent was mad. This man talking about whistleblower protections. You know, like the purges that they doing all over. Yeah, all over the you like all that, like that kind of protections. That's what you mean. That kind of protections. Oh, and then said making excuses. Why are we making excuses for who's supposed to be one of the most sophisticated? Oh, we don't make excuses? Is that where you want to go? Bill Pulte, is that where you want to go? About not making excuses for anybody? You sure?
Donald Trump wants you to believe that his administration is being tough on crime, that is one of their big pursuits. And if there is one crime that the Trump administration says it absolutely will not tolerate, one crime that they will go to the ends of the earth to prosecute, it's this one.
My main focus is on getting rid of mortgage fraud and finding mortgage fraud no matter who commits it. Democrats, Republicans, it doesn't matter.
If it's a Republican who's committing mortgage fraud, we're going to look at it. If it's a Democrat, we're going to look at it.
It doesn't matter whether you're a Republican or Democrat or a Fed governor or somebody who mans a convenience store. If you commit mortgage fraud, you need to be held accountable, period.
All right. That guy's talking tough. That was Trump's director of the Federal Housing Finance Authority, Bill Pulte, saying that this administration is laser focused on prosecuting mortgage fraud, no matter who commits it. But here's the thing. So far, all of the people who Bill Pulte has accused of mortgage fraud have one thing in common. They're all people that the president considers his enemies. In April, Bill Pulte asked the Justice Department to investigate New York's Democratic Attorney General, Letitia James, to the Department of Justice for alleged mortgage fraud. In May, Bill Pulte asked the Justice Department to investigate another Democrat, Senator Adam Schiff, for alleged mortgage fraud. Earlier this month, he did it again, this time alleging that Federal Reserve Board Governor Lisa Cook committed mortgage fraud. Trump then used those claims as a pretext to fire Lisa Cook from the Federal Reserve. And today, NBC News reports that the Department of Justice has officially opened a criminal investigation into Lisa Cook. None of those officials have admitted any wrongdoing, and both Lisa Cook and Letitia James have suggested that the allegations against them are the result of a clerical error. But Bill Pulte says that doesn't matter.
There are a lot of other people that have been criminally referred, and they don't have this type of benefit being given to them, which is, maybe it's a clerical error and maybe it's this. Did you sign these documents or did you not?
Bill Pulte definitely wants people to believe he has a zero tolerance policy for mortgage fraud. But watch what happens when Bill Pulte was asked about credible allegations that Texas's pro-Trump Republican Attorney General committed this same type of mortgage fraud.
Ken Paxton, Texas Attorney General, running for U.S. Senator, the U.S. Senate, there's at least, it looks like 3 examples, working examples right now of what could be described as alleged mortgage fraud. Is that something you're looking at?
As I said, unless it's something that's either been made public by lawyers like Norm Eisen or in criminal referrals, I'm not going to comment on any specific situation. If things are made public, then or if we decide to make them public, then I will talk about it.
Now, I talked about the absurdity of this double standard previously when I documented all the war on Black women, specifically from this administration, and shout out to including Letitia James in there as well. As far as Ken Paxton is concerned, why don't we ask his wife? Yeah, ask his wife. Tell her it's for biblical reasons. Yeah, we got biblical reasons to ask about the mortgage situation. Oh, it's his ex-wife.
This is nasty, egregious work.
But in the days since I posted that video, this whole double standard has gotten a whole lot worse.
Okay, so Bill Pulte is happy to talk about alleged mortgage fraud by Democrats, but he can't talk about mortgage fraud allegations against Republicans, not unless it's, quote, made public or if we decide to make it public. Now, set aside how much that last part seems to contradict everything he just said. The allegations against Ken Paxton have already been made public. I mean, a simple Google search of Ken Paxton and mortgage fraud pulls up quite an array of articles from a range of national and local outlets who have been reporting on Paxton's mortgages for months. Paxton's Republican primary opponent, John Cornyn, has even started running attack ads all about Ken Paxton's mortgage problem. And Ken Paxton isn't even the only Republican that Bill Pulte seems to be ignoring. Today, ProPublica reports that not 1, not 2, but 3 separate Trump cabinet members appear to have committed this same type of mortgage fraud. Trump's Labor Secretary, Lori Chavez DeRemer, his EPA Administrator, Lee Zeldin, and his Transportation Secretary, Sean Duffy, all have mortgages on more than one home, which they claim as their primary residence.
Oops. Oops. Yeah, that's an oops right there. That's an oops right there. And by the way, Bill Pulte, Sean Duffy was there, wasn't he? Wasn't Sean Duffy there? While Scott Bessent was pressing you, threatening to give you a 2-piece right to the grill, and he didn't intervene.
When asked for comments, spokespeople for each of those officials suggested they had done nothing wrong. A spokesperson for EPA Administrator Zeldin said that every I was dotted and T was crossed. That's true. And a spokesperson for Sean Duffy said that the bank, not the secretary, determined and classified both mortgages as primary residence, which is the same explanation, by the way, that Senator Adam Schiff's team said. And maybe that's true. I mean, look, maybe the bank screwed up the documents. Maybe these were all innocent mistakes. That happens. But remind me again, what is this administration's policy on innocent mistakes?
There are a lot of other people that have been criminally referred, and they don't have this type of benefit being given to them, which is, oh, maybe it's a clerical error and maybe it's this. Did you sign these documents or did you not?
I will note that none of those 3 cabinet officials denied signing their allegedly fraudulent mortgage documents. But let's be real. Going after mortgage fraud isn't really Bill Pulte's goal at all. It doesn't matter how much he wants to be the crusader of that on television. His goal is to ingratiate himself with Trump by going after Trump's enemies. And that double standard is getting more and more obvious by the day.
Y'all want some more? Huh? Y'all want some more? How about your fealty to Trump being so shameless as to try and indict people for behavior that your own family members are engaged in? Ooh, boy. Bill Pulte accused Fed Governor Lisa Cook of fraud. His relatives filed housing claims similar to hers. Close relatives of the federal official who's accused a Federal Reserve governor of improperly claiming primary residence on 2 properties have declared the same status on 2 homes in 2 different states, public records show. Mark and Julie Pulte, the father and stepmother of Bill Pulte, President Trump's appointee as director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency since 2020, have claimed so-called homestead exemptions for residences in wealthy neighborhoods in both Michigan and Florida, according to records. The exemption is meant to give a discount to homeowners on taxes for properties they use as their primary residence. Local tax officials in both states told Reuters that claiming more than one home as a primary resident isn't generally allowed in their jurisdictions and could be punishable by fines or back taxes. After Reuters contacted tax officials in Bloomfield Township, Michigan, to inquire about the dual claims, Darren Kratz, director of assessing, on Thursday said the township, as of today, would revoke the exemption on the Pulte's residence there.
Relatives of the Trump administration official who has accused Fed Governor Lisa Cook of mortgage fraud have reportedly themselves listed 2 properties in separate states as their primary residence. Reuters says that Mark and Julie Pulte, who are the father and stepmother of Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Bill Pulte, have claimed housing exemptions for homes in Michigan and Florida since 2020. That could save them thousands of dollars a year. Last week, ProPublica reported that at least 3 of the president's cabinet members call multiple homes their primary residences on mortgages.
You know, I think Mark Pulte gonna have to go see Bill. You know, he gonna have to go see him. You know what I mean? He gonna have to hit him with that Scott Bassett. He gonna have to hit him with that Scott Bassett and go outside and have a conversation and clear all of that up. And it makes perfect sense. Hey, Scott, you don't need. We good. You don't need no more justification for me. No, we good, Scott. This makes perfect sense. But let's also not let it go unaddressed just how low the bar is for this level of partisan abuse of our government. You don't just have right-wing officials in Ken Paxton that actually have cases that have been built sitting on your desk that you're not moving on. You have people actively in the administration and the family of the man who's giving voice to all of this while they pursue this. The bar could not get any lower for just how blatant and transparent this is. Yet, as of me recording this video, the shamelessness and obviousness of all of this hasn't been sufficient to stop it. That is where we are. And honestly, if that don't make you want to fight, I don't know what will. I know, Scott. I know. I absolutely know. And by the way, in that regard, who is it? Who's going to send National Guard in to clean up after these MAGAs? That's what I want to know. Huh? Who going to send them to clean up after these? Because the street's not safe when they go out to dinner, honestly. The street's not safe. That's one thing I do before I go out myself. I go and look and see where the MAGA's at and make sure I stay clear because it's not. Don't be outside when Scott come out there. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Now, there's not a lot that we can count on these days. There's death, taxes, and the Cowboys being trash.
Y'all are trash. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are trash.
And I mean trash. But one of the other things you can count on is my Tuesday lives. They started on Tuesday nights, and then we went to the afternoon, and then they went back to nights. And wow, I really have been. I've been out here tacoing like Trump. I have all the commitment of a new ICE recruit. Well, here's the thing. There's so much that's happening in the afternoons. I find that's probably a good time for me to do my lives, and I can give some more immediate reactions. There'll be some polls that'll go up on the community tab, so be on the lookout for that. Also be on the lookout, especially while you're in the comments, for imposters. I mean, really, these imposters and these scam artists love my content more than I do. Honestly, they be there more than Miss Ray.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Scammers love my content like X loves racism.
Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, Kelly. I've been doing a lot of important.
Into so much resistance for records than this project.
Big tech companies often go to great lengths to hide the details. So we decided to build a map.
What?
There you go.
Many of the biggest server farms are emerging from the desert. But there's no official record of how many of these are being built, where they are, or even who owns them.
To be honest, I've never really run into so much resistance for records than this project.
Big tech companies often go to great lengths to hide the details. A map.
What we designed is a system to see not only the individual location of each data center across the country, but also where they cluster.
And for some, these clusters are appearing. We went to meet people who say having data centers next door is affecting their health.
I had a hard time breathing. I couldn't sleep. I thought I was losing my mind.
Summertime is more of a during the winter it's like almost like an engine trying to start.
So how many data centers are there in the US? Is there enough power to satisfy a building boom only just getting started?
Where I am standing now is at the middle of the data center capital of the world. This is Loudoun County, Virginia, otherwise known as Data Center Alley. And it may not look like much from down here, but just take a look from up above.
These are Amazon data centers. Zoom out and you can see tech companies tend to build data centers in clusters, where there is a reliable power supply, access to enough water, as well as tax breaks and affordable land. But of course, these tend to also be places where lots of people already live, like Santa Clara County, California, or the most heavily populated part of Arizona, Maricopa County. And of course, here in Northern Virginia, the most densely populated part of the Washington, D.C. metro area, and one of the largest and fastest growing residential areas in the US.
Yeah, I mean, I was the fourth homeowner in this neighborhood, fourth to occupy a house in this neighborhood.
Donna Gallant has lived on this street in Prince William County, Northern Virginia, for the last 30 years. All very peaceful until 2021, when things started to change. These are Google data centers, and ever since they started rising from the ground, Donna has been looking for answers.
There's no transparency, and
with data center companies or with local authorities? Or
both. So anytime you ask a question, it's, oh, we signed an NDA, we can't talk about it. Oh, we're under NDA, we can't talk about it. So there's no transparency at all.
The site isn't complete yet, but she says the noise is already taking its toll.
When I go to my room at night, the tonal noise immediately triggered my anxiety to the point where I couldn't sleep. I ended up having to go down on my first floor and put noise canceling headphones on just so I could sleep.
But for Donna and her neighbors, this is just the start. Over the next few years, they will find themselves surrounded by a string of new data centers.
That's going to from this road here all the way and around my neighborhood. That's where the data center is going to go. And be 75 feet tall, dead smack in the middle of a neighborhood.
Zoom out a little more and you can see this plot of land. It was originally meant for housing, but in 2023 it was rezoned to clear the way for the construction of data centers instead. Prince William County already has over 70 data centers, but if this master plan for a data center opportunity zone is fully realized, together with Loudoun County to the north, they'll have more data centers than Russia. Donna set up a local campaign to challenge the rezoning, but the lawsuit was dismissed.
Yeah, it's heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching. Do I have ill feelings towards the data center industry for that? Yes, I do. I think we all need it. It's the way the world is going. But do I think dropping it next to people's homes is the right answer? No.
There is single regulator to ask, or government agency to FOIA.
So, it's been really tricky to kind of get these records because the companies don't want to disclose all of that information.
By tricky, we mean redacted records and requests denied on the grounds of trade secrets. It turns out that the grid fails, and anyone who wants to install a generator needs to apply for an air quality permit.
So what we set out to do was request all of the permits that are issued to data centers for those backup generators.
That meant filing public record requests for air permits in every state. They list the capacity of the generator, so we can extrapolate the power needs of the data center. They also provide clues about who owns it. Take this hotspot rapidly expanding close to Columbus, Ohio.
There are at least 164 emergency generators permitted here. This is a data center where the air permit was applied for by an LLC called Magellan Enterprises LLC, but the company trade secrets exemption. So they were actually able to redact pretty much all the information that we wanted.
But all of the big tech giants must disclose any companies like LLCs that they own. And by digging into their official records, we managed to pull back the mask. And it turns out that the data center in Ohio,
it's not Magellan Enterprises LLC, that's actually owned by Google.
This is a task we repeated hundreds of times to build this map. It's the most comprehensive tally to date of America's exploding data center industry. Every dot is a data center large enough to need a permit for its backup generators. These are the facilities either already built or approved for construction at the end of 2024. We reached a total of 1,240 data centers. That's nearly 4 times the number in 2010.
The companies that use the most amount of power in data centers across the country, it probably won't surprise you, are Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta, and QTS.
Of the data centers we pinpointed, 177 belong to Amazon. And we've just passed the huge Amazon data centers behind us, and already we're straight into a residential area. And you can start to see why these data centers are so controversial. Those boxes on the roof there, that's the ventilation for the cooling systems to keep those hundreds and hundreds of servers from overheating and overloading. And these are running 24/7. And there's nowhere else in the world with a higher density of data centers than here in Loudoun County, Virginia. As much as a third of the planet's internet traffic flows through the state of Virginia. The 329 data centers we tracked together consumed almost a quarter of the state's electricity in 2023. Tight security by the looks of it. We've got pretty high fences with barbed wire on top. I don't think we can get much closer. It's rare to get a glimpse inside one of these server warehouses. We contacted dozens asking for a tour. Eventually, a small company called Lunavi in Wyoming said yes.
Hey, Courtney, welcome to Lunavi. Well, come on in, I'll show you a tour.
This 35,000 square foot data center is tiny compared to the largest ones in the US. Those can stretch to well over 1 million square feet. Lunavi offers cloud services to customers like betting apps, mapping companies, insurance, and healthcare businesses. Zoom out and you can see that the location is no accident. Cheyenne, the capital of Wyoming, sits on an east-west internet superhighway. The city is also well connected to renewable energy generated by these wind farms. Wyoming is only a small player compared to Virginia, and to attract more, the state is offering generous tax breaks to encourage the big tech giants, like south of Cheyenne, in 2021. And this is a site belonging to Meta, just over the road.
You're currently within the critical infrastructure space of Data Center 2, designed to have 800 cabinets roughly at full capacity on that side. So we take the air from the above ceiling grid, we feed it down through the computers, they heat the air up, comes back out the back and up through the chimney above ceiling, and then just continually circulates the air on that perspective.
Lunavi has the space to scale up to the more energy-hungry GPU processors used to train AI algorithms.
So this big white space is future computing. The cabinets in this facility now have a capacity of something like 5 to 10 kW. If they want to build the ones that are going to do AI with graphic processing units, GPUs, that'll go up to something like 70 to 100 kW.
GPUs do need more power, but they can complete more tasks than a regular processing chip and in less time. The lower ambient temperatures in the high plains of Wyoming mean data centers use less energy and water to cool themselves. Lunavi say they use around 500,000 gallons of water a month when at full capacity. That's roughly the amount of water used by 200 people.
The nice, cool ambient air temperatures allow us to maintain a low PUE, which is a power usage efficiency, which then allows us to just be a lower cost center for our customers and pass those savings on.
But this area has been plagued by droughts. So farmers are watching the data center campuses emerging to the south of Cheyenne and getting nervous. This is a story unfolding not just in Wyoming and in Virginia, but across the country. The average American holds hundreds of gigabytes of data in the cloud. Big tech companies, the healthcare and finance sectors, governments, of course, hold much more. We're talking zettabytes of data being stored, processed, and retrieved every day. 1 zettabyte is 1 trillion gigabytes. Of course, none of this lives up in the clouds. It's stored in large warehouses on the ground. This graph shows the explosion of data centers in the US in just the last 20 years. From above, just little white boxes, but remove the roof and you can see what all the fuss is about. Rows of computer servers performing calculations, training AI models, or storing data. Your social media accounts, photos, and videos live in a place like this. All these machines need power, a lot of it. So do the building's cooling systems and water pumps. The largest data centers can consume over 2 terawatt-hours of electricity a year, enough to power 200,000 homes. And just in case the power cuts out, data centers have backup batteries, as well as those diesel generators that they need permits for. The byproduct of all that energy use is heat. In many data centers, massive cooling systems suck out hot air and pass it through air conditioning units in a continuous loop. The most common type uses chilled water to absorb heat and release it from a cooling tower. The cooling systems and fans emit a constant drone. The noise level is generally below the limits permitted for industrial zones close to residential areas, but these were never designed with the 24/7 drone of modern data centers in mind. Listen to this, the ambient sound of Dulles Town Center in Northern Virginia, recorded on a phone. Three Amazon data centers sit roughly 200 meters away. I ran the audio through noise reduction software. Only then do you realize that hidden behind the drone of the data centers, there is birdsong. About 20 miles south in Manassas, Virginia, Carlos Yanis measures the noise from his local Amazon data centers.
Again, it's pretty much what we were experiencing.
And that's just from your deck out there?
That's from the deck.
So what sort of reading are we getting?
So right now it's stabilizing, but of course we're talking.
He does this twice a day, usually in the evening, and logs his readings with a local residents group. This has been his routine for the last few years.
It's not something that you just hear, it's something that you just feel, and enough to the point when it's really, really strong, you can even hear the windows vibrate.
He spent $20,000 on insulation and replacing all the upstairs windows. Still, the sound and the feeling of the constant hum keep him from sleeping.
I'm getting bombarded each and every night. And again, I can feel it. Even if I touch the wall, you could feel the vibrations on the wall.
The American Public Health Association says chronic noise exposure can lead to serious health problems like cardiovascular disease or increased stress. Carlos's son started having nightmares.
Recently, with my kid, he's 7 years old. He was waking up a few times. I was trying to figure out what was going on. And one day he told me, Dad, there's a spaceship outside. And as a father, it's terrible because I can't do anything about it.
Since replacing the windows, they've also tried white noise machines. At one point, Carlos moved his whole family down to the basement to try to escape the vibrations. After the local homeowners association raised concerns to county officials and Amazon executives, they initially tried to muffle the sound by putting material around the fans on top of the buildings. When that didn't work, they replaced the fans themselves with taller exhaust vents. The noise level did drop, but Carlos and his neighbors say they can still feel the vibrations from the data centers. An Amazon spokesperson told us the centers operate well below required sound levels. Meanwhile, Carlos feels stuck. He's worried that the data centers will reduce the value of his home, and he'll never recoup the money he spent on it, even if he decides to move. And it's not just Amazon to the north. This is what the neighborhood has coming down the line in the years to come.
I'm not against technology. I'm not against growth. I'm not against what data centers can chip in to the counties themselves. I just believe we're crossing that fine line that they need to be out away from homes, out away from schools, out away from hospitals.
All of these data centers require huge amounts of water, and that's not so much of a problem where there is plenty of water to go around. But in places of drought and water stress, like Phoenix in Arizona, where my colleague Dakin went, there it's a completely different situation.
This is a proposed site for a new data center here in the southwest of Arizona. From what I understand, the only way they're going to get water here is drill into the ground and use groundwater.
As the Colorado River makes its way south from the Rockies, its precious water is siphoned off for agriculture, industry, and housing. Since 2000, river flow has shrunk by 20%. So by the time it reaches Arizona, every drop counts. These maps show how extreme drought has gripped the state since 2000. Zoom out and you can see the entire southwest is drying up. And then, if we overlay the map we've built, you can see the mega-thirsty data centers moving in. This Microsoft data center was built in 2019, and over the last 3 years, one has become 5.
Directly across the street is the new Microsoft data center that's being installed. Some of these data centers on the outskirts of town are really farmland that's being plowed under for the purposes of the data center.
And as you can see from the air permit documents we requested from the Maricopa County Air Quality Department, this cluster is likely to be huge.
We're looking at a total of 280 generators at this facility, so it's a huge amount for a combined capacity of almost 800,000 kilowatts. It's located in an area of extreme water stress, And also we can see that the major basin that it's drawing most of its water is coming from the Colorado River.
Documents show that Microsoft planned for each of these buildings to use 1 million gallons of water a day, a total of 1.83 billion gallons a year. That's enough water for roughly 61,000 Americans, or a city the size of Santa Cruz, California. All this in a desert-like climate that is getting hotter and drier every year.
And what we found is that up to 43% of data centers, and this is our largest data centers, are located in areas of high or extremely high water stress. And that's really shocking because data centers require a huge amount of drinking water to be able to cool their servers.
You heard right, hundreds of thousands of gallons of drinking water. More than half of Microsoft's and nearly half of Amazon's data centers are in high water scarcity areas. In many cases, big tech companies have flocked to the desert to take advantage of a string of generous handouts, including tax breaks, affordable land, and cheap electricity. But trying to find out how much water these data centers need has been difficult.
A number of these permits, companies apply for what's called a trade secret exemption, but we've been excited to get around 50 records that really show the granular utility metered water use of some of the largest data centers in the country.
Take this example, a Google data center campus in Midlothian, Texas. Records show it used 160 million gallons of water in 2023, about the same as a small power plant. And this Kyndryl data center outside Boulder, Colorado, used 84.5 million gallons of water that same year. As this map shows, droughts are common here too. In Arizona, water is tightly regulated, whether it comes from the Colorado River or is pumped from underground near population centers. But each smaller municipality can decide how it uses its water allocation, and in many parts of the state, there's little to stop companies from sinking their own wells. The big players, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Meta, have pledged to be water positive by 2030, meaning they would restore or save more water than they use. But this is only possible via an elaborate system of water credits, or offsetting. Basically paying other people to save water or mitigate water pollution on their behalf. Another big player is QTS, a supplier of data centers where businesses can rent space for their IT infrastructure. According to our count, the company has 34 data centers in the US. QTS say they are investing heavily in water-saving technologies. But not every aspect of their operations conserves water. This is a QTS data center in Aurora, Colorado.
Some of these data centers are using more water to irrigate their grass outside than they are to cool their servers inside.
An Aurora water official told us this one will need 1.1 million gallons of water a year just for this landscaping, double the amount used by the building itself. And even if a data center manages to cut back water use, it's a trade-off.
For example, just air conditioning of some kind or closed loop systems, you're not going to use as much water, but you are going to substantially increase your overall power demand. So it's kind of this balancing act where there's no real win here in terms of how resource intensive these data centers can be.
If you add up all the power needs of the 1,200 plus data centers we tracked, together they could soon consume more than Poland did in 2023.
Data centers, particularly driven by AI, could use as much as 600 terawatt hours of power by 2028. I mean, it's a magnitude that we've never really seen across the country before. It's really startling.
As states race to fuel the AI boom, some are reversing their green energy promises and turning back to power from coal and natural gas. In Nebraska, the two largest electricity utility companies committed several years ago to net zero emissions from electricity generation by 2050. But just this single metadata campus in Springfield, Nebraska, could use as much power in a year as 400,000 homes. One of the state's largest public utilities voted to postpone closing down 2 coal-fired power plants here in Omaha. This image, created using satellite data in June 2023, shows a plume of CO2 emissions released from the North Omaha Station facility at an estimated rate of 300,000 kilograms per hour. And in 2025, the utility decided to build 2 new natural gas plants, all to meet spikes in electricity demand, mainly driven by data centers. And let's not forget the thousands of backup generators we tracked, which, even if they run for just a few hours a month, spew harmful pollutants into the air.
That means that utility providers are either abandoning their commitments or significantly stalling their commitments to move away from fossil fuel. They're not going towards renewable energy sources such as solar or wind, for example, because those resources right now can't sustain the massive power consumption demand.
Big data center developers have announced massive investments in renewable projects like solar plants, wind farms, or nuclear power. For example, in Pennsylvania, Microsoft has struck a deal to buy power from the notorious 3 Mile Island nuclear power plant when it reopens in 2027. The plant suffered a partial meltdown in 1979. But just like with the water credits, big tech companies are also looking to offset their carbon footprint by paying others to deliver renewable energy to the grid on their behalf. The big question is, can the already fragile and fragmented grid support it? And if massive infrastructure upgrades are needed, who picks up the tab? Amazon, Microsoft, and Google told Business Insider they were committed to paying their full share for upgrades to grid infrastructure, like high-voltage power lines. But there's plenty of evidence pointing to the fact that costs are already being passed on to customers. In Virginia, Dominion Energy disclosed that it would need to roughly double its electricity generation by 2039, mainly to meet demand from data centers and electric vehicles. The expansion could cost up to $103 billion, increasing residential electricity bills by as much as 50%. Despite the burden on the grid and on water supplies, some states are doing all they can to attract data centers into their backyards. Many regions simply don't want to miss out on the AI boom or the kudos of having a big tech employer on their doorstep. So far, though, the promise of large numbers of jobs has not materialized. A Business Insider analysis found that even the largest data centers employ fewer than 150 permanent workers, and some have as few as 25. But the tax breaks keep on coming.
What we found is that massive corporations are benefiting from various taxes in different states for their data centers.
We tracked 37 states offering tax incentive programs to data centers, like zero tax on building materials, machinery, or equipment, but also preferential rates on water and electricity. In Virginia, 56 data center projects received tax savings of almost $1 billion in the 2023 fiscal year alone. Take a look at these data centers in New Albany, Ohio.
In 2017, a little-known LLC called SideCat went to the city of New Albany in Ohio and said, we are going to build 2 gigantic data centers on about 300 acres of land. In return, could you please give us 100% property tax abatements for at least 15 years? And the county said, okay. By our estimate, SideCat LLC received at least $60 million in foregone taxes. And then, everybody found out that SideCat LLC is not a mom and pop data center company, but was Meta, the parent company of Facebook.
The rollout of AI across industries, from social media to medical care, will accelerate data center construction. In 2025 alone, Meta planned to spend at least $64 billion on facilities and equipment, Google $75 billion, and Microsoft $80 billion. And the ultra-powerful computer chips driving the AI tools will consume more and more energy. The 2024 Department of Energy report estimates that their electricity use, driven by the AI boom, could soon require as much as 12% of total US electricity use. In 2023, it was just over 4%. For those like Donna living alongside these data farms, there are decisions to be made.
I don't think a lot of my neighbors truly understand the severity of what's to come. And I'm hoping to be out before that happens. Breaks my heart, but I can only fight for so long. And then I'm going to wave the white flag and I'm going to pack up and I'm going to leave.
Free sons, what? Can you sit up for a second so I can fix my hair? Shit's all wild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet you did enjoy it, fuckers. You're not supposed to enjoy dancing with fucking. Listen, you're supposed to enjoy dancing with white women. He barely doesn't even want to dance with me. I got a bag on the crib walk. I'm gonna beat his motherfucking ass, cause right now he's just like, I got the machete on me. He can get stabbed right here. There's all kind of security. It'll be justified. He's like, oh, dancing with black women. You see what kind of shit?
Next on deck with Tim Black.
That raises a larger question. I mean, we have to stop demonizing each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I think most of that right now in our country's history is coming, from the right, coming from people who want to dominate. They want their point of view. Writing out slavery from history, that doesn't make it go away.
Hey, man, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that
While that shit.
sometimes when you go away, it's best to stay gone.
He probably felt his life in danger. I didn't mean it.
To take a quote from a movie I loved, Pet Sematary, when Herman Monster, when he was telling the dude about the Pet Sematary.
Yes, fuck. Pet Cemetery? There was a 2? What? What? I didn't know there was a 2. Hillary hot sauce turned to spoiled milk.
That raises a larger question. I mean, we have, and I include myself, we have got to stop demonizing each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I think most of that right now in our country's history
I feel like
is coming, from the.
I'm gonna show you guys something for you. Let's change the mood, okay? I want to talk about this. I want to talk about a couple of things. Let's try to have some fun, right? Hold on a second. I'm all like, man, I can't wait to Diddy's little hearing. I'm like, free Diddy. Okay. Ray J, man. Ray J. I guess this happened like a month or 2 ago. I don't know. It came up on my feed like last week. Had me rolling. I mean, I was fucking laughing. I was like, no way is he acting like this, right? That shit was funny as hell to me. It's funny as hell to me. I didn't know that it already happened. I think it was it Breeze that told me it happened like a month ago or something like that. I don't know why it just popped up on my shit. It was like new to you. I was okay because it's new to me. But it's funny as hell. That's why.
Bro, Ray J, get the fuck out. I knew you was over here. I've got your address. Who the fuck? Yo, whoever the fuck is Ray J, the fucking address. Bro, this is my city. Ray J. That's not okay. Ray J, that's get the fuck out, bro. Hell no. Niggas can't take a shower, bro. No! Ray.
Sexy plan, just want my man. Bro, how you looking? Got a nigga like so hold that with me, I can all around the ways.
This is your idea. This is your idea. Ray J, get the fuck out. Ray J, get out. Come on, bro. Go get dressed. What the fuck? No.
Ages ago, don't jump like you don't know. Sitting home in your bottles, in your room. See my mom just do that I felt that you be right in school. That's your thing, excuse. Don't about what's a fool. I dream not on this.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Bro, Ray J, get the fuck out. I knew you was over here. I've got your address. Who the fuck? Yo, production. Whoever the fuck is Ray J, the fucking address. Bro, this is my city. Ray J, that's not okay. Ray J, that's get the fuck out, bro. Hell no. Niggas can't take a shower, bro. No! Ray.
Just want my man. Bro, how you looking? Got a nigga like so hold that with me, go with the camera all around the ways.
This is your idea. This is your idea. Ray J, get the fuck out. Ray J, get out. Come on, bro. Get dressed. Get dressed. Get just, get your life together, and come back in 30 minutes. Fuck no, Get out. You rolled them up to the way.
I've been watching Chief of War, bro. Jason Momoa. But at the end of the day, like, it's cool, bro. I told you, like,
I don't know. You're going on here doing this. Oh, you want the showers and speed? No, we're not doing it. You wild again?
Like, what did I do, though?
You wilding.
What did I do? All I wanted to do was come in here and take a shower with you.
No.
Do I have no clothes?
No. Who the got this nigga in the house?
Oh, I crashed it.
Why?
Because I know you in LA, man. And I know everybody in LA. And I don't want to talk to the security that I know that let me in with these money, bro. Like, what I gotta do? You want me to leave? Yo, leave, get your life together real quick, and then I put on tone and everything. Okay, all right, my boy. Okay. All right, just go upstairs. Ray J? What else can I say? Like that. Yeah, come on. All the lip down there. Listen. Go get dressed and then come back upstairs. All right, thanks, man. All right. Stop tripping, like no, but you wild again. Nobody's fault, my nigga. I'm coming out here, nigga. I know that. You need a shower. Big ass shower. What's going on with you? Exactly. Ray J, out! Bro. I'm not worried, bro. Go. Go to the shower. Go find about the bed. Get a shower off. Brush your teeth, bro. Get your day ready. Come on, bro. That's not cool, man. Get your day ready, bro. Just come on, bro. It's all good. Oh, you know what? I'm never going to shower with you. It was a good idea. You know the dress. Hey, son, it's a break. Check. Nah, bro. It's okay. You have one. No, come on. Come on, boy. Finish your brush your teeth, bro. Let me brush your teeth. My teeth. Brush your teeth. No. I'm scared. I'm scared, man. Who the f set that up? So that got me good. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all got me good. Y'all got me good. Now, I'm breaking you next. What? Yup. There's nobody gonna tell me shit.
Bro, come in here, give me vibe while you shower. You gonna pay me?
Breaking you next.
I'm doing it every day.
I'm breaking you next.
Okay, I bet. Go. You know what? No, you're brushing your teeth in silence. You're brushing your teeth in silence today.
In silence?
Yeah. I'm not paying you no reason. Huh?
Come on, boy. You got me can't stop. That's not cool.
Nah. It's all good. I'll do your thing.
How much furniture? No, stop that. Oh my God. No more final, please. Come on, bro. Come on, son. You better than that.
Don't point the finger at me, bro. Don't point the finger at me.
What is my chat even saying, bro?
Don't point the finger at me.
About it. I'd be like, man, you a bitch. Copy on it.
Whose fault was the chat?
Sexy, can I just?
It was definitely you. I wasn't you, gang. Yes, it was, man.
Prove it.
It was definitely you, bro.
Innocent, so prove me guilty.
Yo, that was the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. Who said that? Yo, I'm about to wild out. They all say it case on.
It wasn't me. Chat. It wasn't me. You thought I was gonna play a Ray J song and thought he would just summon right there?
It's either you or CD.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Big CD ass.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. You really think for 1 second I just so happened to play a Ray J song and he would summon in the shower with you?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think I was thinking that far ahead?
Yes.
Really? Should I think that?
Yes. It makes perfect sense.
No. I think you know.
Come on.
What are they saying? They saying yes?
Yes. They're saying yes.
Why are they saying sus?
What the check?
So you wanna brush in silence or you gonna apologize?
No, I'll brush in silence. I'm mad at you right now.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, so now I feel away now, okay, so
okay, feel away.
I'll feel away, hey,
Hey, you're stuck with me.
Cause that was wrong, bro.
You're stuck with me every early afternoon, every night.
Like I was vibing.
It's all good. You know what? If you want to point the finger at me, it's all good. Just know I came to give you vibes while you shower every day, so you're good. And then you, but Jason, I played Ray J song when he came in. What do you want me to do? You think I would do that?
I would treat him like a
look at his face,
bro. You might think I would not summon another man on your shower. It's okay. At least he was wearing shorts. It wasn't me. Yeah, it wasn't me.
It was.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I'm not guilty. I'm telling you, it was not me. Bro, I'm 30 years old. You think I'm gonna get another grown man to get a shower with you? I'm 30.
Bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way. I also he played song and he was right there dressed.
Crazy.
That means it was premeditated.
Do you know what a coincidence is? What? A coincidence. You know what that means?
Yes.
It was a coincidence.
So you think, okay, so let me just straight.
Yes.
You're telling me, out of all this time, where Ray J kept going on people's shows saying, You want to take a shower with niggas. You're telling me you didn't see the perfect time for Mafia 9-3 to have this walk in the.
We walked his ass.
Yeah.
Y'all remember? That in that motherfucking chat was like,
Come on, crazy. I'm shocked myself.
I saw these Black American.
I couldn't believe what I was looking at.
Was black.
Come on, man.
Yo, your back is a little wet, by the way. Oh, yeah, a towel?
I got it, bro.
Yeah.
And I need tea. Production, please give me some tea, bro. That's, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I tell you that shit scared the, yo, that shit scared the fuck out of me. Sit down, bro. Sit your ass down.
Lighting
Sit down, bro.
ass up.
How you doing, AJ? Thanks.
Well,
wow.
I didn't put no lotion.
Who takes on? It's okay. Who the idea was that?
Well, you know, like I said last time, I'm like, yo, you know, Kai in the city, they showering. Like this time, whenever you got to the city, I had like an alert. So anywhere you went, I was gonna know you was because I had to. I had to go for mine, bro. You know, we read in the book, take your chances. I took one. Then I took the biggest one by like coming here and running in your shower, bro. That was ballsy, pause. I gotta do what I gotta.
But why?
I want to be a top streamer, bro.
Yeah, but you think, hey, Kyle, let me pull up, bro. Let me pull up to the mother.
Y'all not gonna let me pull up.
So you want to come in with a bang?
I call everybody. Nobody want to hang out with me. Nobody. Then Drewski took my post down when we did our thing back and it was gone. I'm like,
yeah, but Drewski.
No, Drewski, my nigga. And we did the Could Have Been Records. I did the vocal coaching, and then we had the promo. It had like 1 million views on the Instagram, and then I looked again and it was gone. He deleted it. It scared me. I'm like, wow, because I'm not a bad person. Damn, Drewski did that. After it was over, yeah, it was like a post. You know how a nigga pay you for a post, so you post it for 2 days, and then after it's done, you take it down.
Yeah.
It skinned me. Pause. And so, like, I can't even believe me and you talking at your stream. I thought I was gonna get kicked out, and that was it. But I would have been good with that because I took the risk. You got to be a risk taker. And I took it. I love the coconut. Yo, this is I use this.
Thank you.
It's really
Appreciate it. It's always good, right?
It's really good, whether you take a shower or not.
Yeah, but right,
this gonna cover up the stain.
Like, why the? You scared the out of me, bro.
I'm sorry, bro.
Real. You scared the
I
out
was
of me.
just watching it back, and it's haunting. It's scary to see. It is, and I don't know why. And I had on your glasses too. I found some of your glasses because they like those. I put your glasses and your hat on, bro. I feel so good and bad about it.
All right, man. Bro, I just wanted to know, like, what the hell was you?
Like, is there any way? I know I'm going overboard. You know how we talking here? That's not. I came here to talk in the shower. Like, you know how you and I show Speed was in the shower?
Yeah.
We both had clothes on. Y'all was interviewing in there.
No, it was different. What was different? It was different. It was a whole other shower head and a whole other shower head, and it was completely distance. It was a complete distance.
You got a bathtub and 2 showers and 3 toilets in one room. Now that you know I'm here, bro, I think we should redo it.
Hey, yo! Hey, yo! No more that. No more. Y'all got the prank on me. Y'all got the prank on me, bro. No more of that. Okay.
You see, I'm a good person.
Ray!
What's up, bro? My other Ray, bro. My business partner at Raycon was named Ray Lee.
Both of y'all are Ray. You see what you just did?
I took a shower. Well,
no. What about my book? Okay,
That's
sit
not
down.
talking, bro. I see a film before. That shit tough.
What? What?
I was gonna give you yesterday, but I thought it would be inappropriate. So
Okay. Listen.
You ready? Be honest. You go to Diddy party before?
What? How I went to the Diddy party? I'm the new Diddy.
What?
Yo, let me know.
Hell
bro.
yeah, I'm the new Diddy.
No.
Bro, and I'm not talking about it like I swear to God.
Out.
You just said
Outrageous. If I ever see you in this house again, it's gonna be a problem. Out. Ray, out. Ray,
Out. Free pup.
Free pup.
Free puppy. Shout out to Kyle. Out.
That's right.
Trying to. Out. I got a new show with Zeus. Out. It's called Love Hack. Close the door. That's not fair, bro. Like, it's not, bro. I'm not your friend ever again. Ever, bro. Don't ever talk to me ever again.
Wait. Like a hoe. He's like, he's about to cry. He's about to cry.
LA. Mother.
I would look at him like that. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. For real. Straight hoe. Look at how you react. You got the fresh look.
No more surprises. Production. No more surprises.
Look, you know Rick is good as him, right? So it's like, shut up. He's acting this content, man. You make your shit better. It's just by being wild.
Can I have a protein coach? You can put my protein up. Please.
Oh, he's about to cry. Look at him. Please. Okay. Wow. I'm glad we checked this out because he was black. Oh man, I was in that comment section, like talking all kinds of shit. But man, when my brother, our brother got over there, my brother.
Oh my God.
I think he had to apologize for this.
Chat.
We didn't let it go. We drugged his ass.
Chat. Too many people text me right now. Way too much people text me right now, bro. Oh.
You know, asking shit. Most y'all don't cry like a bitch. Oh my God.
What happened? I feel so like. You feel clean? Pull up, bro. Sit down, bro. Right here.
Like the gym helps, bro.
Chat.
Look.
That's different.
Look. Are you must?
That's not your memory.
What
happened? Somebody threw you off? You didn't see what happened? What happened? Link it, chat. You didn't see what the happened? What? I just got the shower. Link it. Oh my God. I'm doing some wild shit. I'm seeing niggas lying. On your dick? Man, he's always on your dick. Man, who was you showering with? What? Dolo. You know better than that. Hit it.
What the fuck?
Wait, I'm just having it? Who's raging? What the fuck was raging?
No, Ray! I got one wish!
Emote chat? Somebody said make this an emote. Oh my God. Somebody said make this an emote. Oh, thank you, coach. Oh my gosh.
Bro, this is the biggest troll of all time. This is the biggest troll of all time.
I'm pausing stuff. Get off the screen.
No, somebody. I didn't have no clue. Bro, this nigga actually, bro. Yo, this nigga. Everybody, the whole chat, just laughing.
Most crazy shit I see. Like,
you see what he said?
That shit was hilarious. This was even funnier to me. This was funnier. This is bad funny. Because I guess this was before that incident. Right? He's just weird here. He's just weird.
You grow out of like this first phase of life. Then there's the second phase. In the second phase, a lot of the people in the first phase are no longer there. It's like a love changes, a thug changes, and best friends become strangers. And that's not me. Nas said that. It's so accurate in today's time. And as you grow, people grow and you grow away. And when you grow away, sometimes you're gone. Sometimes it's done.
Look how cat moves. Like reward. Ran out.
Yo, what's good? What's poppin'?
What it motherfucking do?
Sir?
Yeah.
This is you good.
Oh.
No. See, I'm about to intro you in.
Okay.
This is okay.
You
ready?
He's intentionally
keep that sound bite. Keep that sound bite.
Is there a little personal fan? The one we got, the little sandblaster?
Here we go. I like where we at. And I'm still gonna pop it and tell you like this, what's good, what's popping, what it is, what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be, what it
was.
What it could be, what it should be, what it
is.
What it could be, what it should be, what it would be.
What it fucking
I mean, at this particular point of the juncture, I don't even think the introduction is even needed.
For real.
I mean,
the dead homies.
My man is a singer, an actor, entrepreneur. I mean, a serial entrepreneur, reality TV veteran, a pop culture icon, a son, a brother, a father. And when I tell you the boy is entertaining, the boy is entertaining. I present to some and introduce to others, Mr. Ray J.
Man, I'm shy with that. That's a big intro. But I'm not a brother no more, man.
Huh?
I'm not a brother no more, bro.
Because of what?
Just because I'm not, bro.
Explain.
I'm not a brother. You said I'm a son, a father, a brother. I'm not a brother.
Do you have any siblings?
I love my sister, but I don't think I'm her brother no more.
Can we get an ashtray?
Because we in the tobacco zone, so I felt like you had the cigar. When I see it on TV, I'm like, dang, you got a big ass blunt. They like it's a cigar.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like it seemed like you rolled it though.
No.
It looks like a real good cigar.
Interesting fact. I've never smoked weed a day in my life.
Wow. I mean, I see that though. I mean, you're a professional, like Superman.
Yeah.
So you can't be doing that shit. I was supposed to be 6'7", but I started smoking when I was 12, so I stunted my growth.
Smoking don't stunt your growth. It depends on what you smoke.
I was smoking weed. I wasn't smoking like Sherm. Well, a couple of times, but it was not okay.
Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
when I was young,
this is the disclaimer where we say, buckle up because you're in for a treat. I have a list of questions that I want to, that I have obviously during our prep, but I'm going to start it this way. I just need more closure with, you said you're not a brother.
I'm just me, man. I'm dolo. I'm dolo. So whatever that is. And I'm good with that. But, you know, if I look around and I'm dolo forever, and that's all it's ever been, then what is it? You grow out of like this first phase of life. Then there's a second phase. In the second phase, a lot of the people in the first phase are no longer there. It's like a love changes, a thug changes, and best friends become strangers. And that's not me. Nas said that. It's so accurate in today's time. And as you grow, people grow and you grow away. And when you grow away, sometimes you're gone. Sometimes it's done. And you try to get it back. You try to like understand this first wave of things. But when you're treated exactly like it was in the first wave, then you understand what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just where I'm at. Like, I care, but I don't give a fuck. Not even one bit of giving a fuck, but I care so much about the people I love. But I don't even, I had people come over to try to help me give a fuck. And it was give a fuck teachers. I was like, man, I can't get it. I just can't. That equation when you like give a fuck. I'm like, I tried, but there's nothing on the other side of me.
Yeah, I understand where you at, but understand, you know, even to what you're saying, growing apart, do you feel like that's just a time or that's a season? Do you believe in rekindling something in
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's phases. There's phase 1, 2, and if you can get to 3 and 4, you're lucky. If you get to phase 2, you're lucky. And that's just in life, right? It could be health. It could be something tragic. It could be anything, right? So when somebody tells me I'll see you tomorrow, I immediately go, bro, if that wasn't the most cockiest shit I've ever heard in my life, telling a nigga you're going to see him tomorrow. What do you mean you're going to see me tomorrow? How you guarantee yourself that much time? It's crazy to me. That's why I stay up for days and shit, like 4 or 5 days, get all my work done. And then my body just crashes. I don't go to sleep. Sleep has to like consume me for it to happen. Because I be feeling like it's just one day, bro. If I don't go to sleep for 4 days, then one day is 4 days. That's what it equates to in somebody else's dimension. And I think that's just where my mind is sometimes. So that's why, I don't know, maybe it's just a lot of misunderstanding. Is that a word?
misunderstanding?
Misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Not standment. Yeah, it was mine. But yeah, a lot of misunderstanding.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you want to talk about? Let's go this route.
I mean, shit. I mean, I think I just want to just get it off, just lay it all out.
Starting where?
Well, starting from wherever you want to go, because there's 4 or 5 different narratives about Ray J. And I take myself out of Ray J, the character, because I'm a different person. But Ray J, the thing, it's about it. And a lot of people just fall off the deep end and do crazy shit or end up here or end up there because eventually you just cannot take it anymore because you can't keep trying to tell the truth, right?
Do you think you play into those innuendos or speculations?
I think that once you understand in these phases that it might possibly, there's a possibility that you won't overcome this, right? There's a strong possibility you could overcome it mentally, meaning you can make yourself believe that you've overcome something. But deep down, did you overcome it as a whole? Meaning from your perspective and the other side, if affecting family and how they feel about me.
Okay. Does that affect you?
No. Does it affect me? No. But does it just depends on what it is. Like if it's taking away opportunities from the family just cause, then yeah, that affects me. How anybody feels about me, no. But if we're a unit, we all have to do our part and make sure everybody, like if you look at Beyonce and Jay-Z, Blue Ivy's on stage. Whether she's still learning the dance moves or she has them perfectly, then the next kids are coming up. Whether you see Orion and Omarion on stage or any pretty much family business, everybody's together.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is I've been exiled, bro.
From your sister?
Not from my sister, because I don't want her to be mad at me like that, because it's not hers. It's nothing she could do about it. But if there's a Disney premiere And I'm getting my daughter dressed up to go because, you know, Brandy's in it. And I'm on my way. And my cousin, who's Brandy's manager, calls me and tells me, oh, Ray, today the Disney, this is an 18 and over joint tonight. I don't even know if Disney's ever been 18 and over. Like, you know what I mean? Just tell me you don't want me to pull up because I'm a bad look. And I'm good with that. But don't play with me and tell me don't come because it's a Disney 18 and over event. I mean, that's like, that's not okay. It bothers me when I just like everything to be 100% transparent. And if that's the case, I can deal with that.
Can I be honest with something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know, with doing, you know, my research and obviously hearing you speak, I think you're deflecting an emotion that you and your feelings about, primarily with your sister.
No.
Okay.
I love my sister. What I'm saying is like, I can't lie. So when you start talking family, I can't go and I just can't. So I had to respond to that.
Yeah.
And then it took it here.
Yeah.
But this isn't the key like source of this energy I'm giving now.
Sure.
That's like that's like this part of my body of it.
Yeah, but you have to understand this. When I introduced you as a father, as a son, as a brother.
No, I'm not a brother.
Because I'm telling you, just being 100, I feel like you're sensitive and you're not giving it the energy that it deserves. Like,
because it just happened.
Okay.
This is just happening.
What just happened?
The way I feel about this, what I'm talking.
What event happened that made you feel this way? Because now it removes all speculations.
I want to look bad. So I don't want to say something and then it reflects on the other side, even possibly looking bad, because I don't give a fuck, but other sides care about that kind of shit. They care about what people say. They care about the comments. They care about. So I try to be sensitive with certain opinions, with certain people I really genuinely love. And that's my sister. Like, so as a level, and I have to walk a certain line because I want everybody to know Brandy's the first person who ever put me on, believed in me, took me out of town when I was getting in trouble. Her and my mom brought me out on tour, saved my life, moved me to the Valley. And so I'm always grateful. That's the most important. In this phase, now I have kids. And my kids is all that matter. If my kids wasn't here, I wouldn't even give a fuck.
No.
I swear to God.
But
because I wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter.
Why are you saying that you're not a brother if you're identifying Brandy as your sister on some sentences? And
no, she's my sister. I said I'm not a brother.
Why are you saying that?
Because I'm not. Because I'm not. I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying it. I can't believe I said it. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know why I said that. But I said it, so fuck it. And I meant it.
Are you saying it because the expectation that you set forth for you is not living up to what has been displayed? Or is this something where you say, hey, how am I feeling? I just feel like on some F it, bump it, like.
Nah, never that. I'm never loosely chaotic on thought. Like it all means something and it's all strategic as far as what's happening. I just know that family's family and we have each other's back.
So how am I supposed to
explain this?
To understand?
I don't know, man.
What's if you're not a brother, what are you then?
I'm a cunt.
What does that mean?
It means what it means. I'm a cunt.
Okay.
I mean, like, that's what I am. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, right now, I didn't know this was I don't know how we got here.
No, me neither.
Because there's so much to do or to say. But again, when you're talking to me, I might go all the way over here. And because I literally got an issue, like a mental AD. I got a ADD, and it's like a couple other letters. I don't know what the fuck they be saying it is, but
ADHD.
That is something else too, and it's like, and it makes me like think a lot, but I sometimes will start losing it, and then I get frustrated and I start like tripping.
Can I make an admittance? I really enjoy talking to people, and when I'm talking to people, I don't necessarily always talk with the speaking being for me to respond. I'm really talking to better understand.
I can feel that.
Yeah, so if I'm asking,
I understand your curiosity, and that's why you got to hit show,
bro.
Because it's organic, because you really are trying to understand things.
For sure.
I know that, and that's why I wanted to come fuck with you, because I'm like, I need to get to this show because this is another. When you go past your show, it's a milestone for everybody. So that's why some people come in here nervous, because it's like it's a moment, and everybody's gonna see it. Like, I wish I got nervous again, bro. Like, I'm trying to understand, why don't I feel the butterflies and shit, bro? That shit weird. I did the whole Millennium Tour. I didn't feel anything. We got on stage. It was the same as me getting on the tour bus. I had I just absolutely just did. They would literally like come get me. I would just throw my clothes and be putting on my jeans while we walk on stage, and right when I go, I'm like, boom, on stage, just having fun.
Okay.
I never felt nervous.
Now watch this. When was the last time you were nervous? When was the last time you had butterflies?
Shit. I don't know. The last time I even heard that was a Michael Jackson song. I don't know. I don't fucking know, bro. And it bothered me on tour because I was like, why am I not nervous when I'm going?
All right, family. I have to go because I told you it's going to be short-lived because it's Friday. We have a show, Grand Rising with Pocket and Chase. And I have to actually go start getting ready to leave to make it over to my side of town. But we'll carry on. We'll carry on. I was hoping I could I could find the part that really made me laugh. Because right there, like you, this kind, like you said, it's like at a serious point. And I was like, man, I was trying to find that part. But as I'm doing that, I'm trying to start getting ready because I'm in a lot of pain and I'm really like sitting weird or like uncomfortable. And I have a long way to go. Like I just have to go all the way back to my area town. It's only a few minutes, like bus ride. But for me, it's like agonizing. So just right now, like, I guess they'll probably fix it. They'll talk about it on Monday, with the doctor. But till then, I'm like on the verge of tears. Like I can't control myself. My legs hurt. So that leg hurts. And it's been hurting. Like I can't even feel my feet. That's how bad it is. And I gotta start getting ready so that I can go to my end of town as I have things to do. And yeah. And start, picking up and cleaning up my little mess or whatever. Trying to really make a mess. I bought a pack of lighters and everybody seemed to give me the dead ones. So I've been over here covering it up because God forbid red things touch my hands. I'm like, oh my God, it's like my hands are on fire. I'm covering up one with tape so I can tolerate it when I light a cigarette. You know what I mean? Other than that, I want to turn them away or throw them on the freeway or something. But man, everybody jacked me for my fucking only 2 blue lighters. And I'm like, how the fuck does this happen? Like I just say, yeah, you can have one, and then everybody gets me my little ticket, and I was like, all right, enough of this. That's fine, I guess I'll take it. And then I couldn't deal with it. It feels like it's burning in my hand. Like, hate red. So I sufficiently covered it up with like 18 bandages because all the tape is at the house. So successfully, And I was like, damn. Anywho, I have to start getting ready and stay tuned because in about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours at the latest, Grand Rising with Shabaka and the Chays really means Shabaka and the Che. Him. I don't know if I'll be able to do it by the time I get back. So maybe we shall find out, because I do have some things to do. So that are really, really important. I guess I have to go. So you'll probably see me again, maybe. You'll definitely see me for Frontline Black News. For sure. And yeah, probably, most likely, maybe Sunday. Maybe. Or Monday. Yeah, maybe Monday. Sunday or Monday. We'll see. Try to make a big decision if I want to do something and see. Might be sooner. Who knows? I'm kind of indecisive about certain things, but I have to make a decision, so I need to go. Stay black, stay dangerous, stay favored, keep your head on a swivel, and I hope you learned something from the previous stuff that I showed you today. And yeah, I had fun. It was good times, and I gotta go. So probably see me later. Thank you for watching the Revolutionary Agenda. Sub channel off of Frontline Black News and Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. And thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Ray. Who else is in here? Let me shout you guys out real quick, because you were in here. Oh, Time. Thank you, Time. Thank you, Daniel. And other eyeballs for speaking and not speaking. Shout out to Jesse. Thank you guys for staying, visiting, coming through. Appreciate you. Also, note to self, I'm going to start a little GoFundMe, like a little tiny one, because the way the administration's going, I kind of want to maybe do like some creative shit that I can sell for extra. I have a lot of talent, so maybe like I just need, like, I'm gonna start my own little, not even a business. I don't even want to say it's a business. Just want to do little shit and just sell them for, like, sell things so that I can get through the month and pay electric and shit. Stuff like that. Because I don't know how this administration is really gonna go, and our city, how our city is making all these erratic financial decisions that are really stupid and really going to be effective to whomever, like the poor. I don't know how long life, can be sustainable. So for me, I need to have electricity that I'm forced to pay, and I need a couple of things, like I need some clothes. Like first of all, I need some clothes that I can feel comfortable in, because wintertime's coming. And I think I need new shoes, new boots, stuff like that. And I definitely need an umbrella. But I don't know. I haven't had a job in a real job in over 10 years. So I don't even know if I don't even think that's that I could even find one, you know what I mean? And what could I really do? I tried very hard, but I don't know. It's a lot of decision making and a lot of pondering, and I don't know how. I don't know, but I need to do something soon. For my own sake. Not it has nothing to do with the programs or nothing like that. It's just that I need to do something with my time, and I can do a lot of different things. I can make a lot of shit, a lot of different things that are really pretty. I can do anything in spiritual, because I have well attuned to a lot of psychic stuff. So, we don't talk about it. So you don't ask, I don't tell. I got a lot of gifts, so I know a lot about a lot of things. So I don't know. I think I want to try to do something that's going to be not too quick, but not too hard, and it's not going to be overwhelming for for me right now, especially with not knowing if I'm going to have I guess a hip surgery or some shit. I just learned about it. I learned that doctors don't communicate right. They had been knowing this shit for like 6 months, and I've been in pain for like fucking at least 3 months. They could have told me. They could have told me something. I'm always telling them about my leg hurting, and they had the X-rays. They could have just told me the truth. So it's making things hard for me to where I can't like stand straight. You know what I mean? That's not me. You know what I mean? It's not. Usually I can stand up and I can maneuver around, but the pain is so real to me that it's like my legs are like a little baby doe, like little baby. You know what I mean? Little baby does and stuff are born. They're all wobbly. It's like that, and I can't afford another fall right now, especially with the Medicaid situation. Like I can't afford to get sick because who knows if there's going to be coverage to get me well. You dig? So I have to try to be very, very careful, especially in this upcoming fall. It's going to turn into winter soon, but I have to be extra careful because I can't just go anywhere. Like we were at the summit. And I was just having a good time, and then all of a sudden, I started getting like sick, like a cold. You know what I mean? And because the last surgery I had, all that shit, I haven't been right since. So I can't. It's hard for me to function. I want to get over that hump, and I want to, go. I need to be able to maneuver, so that I can. We're at a time of war, and I need to be able to defend myself if something should happen. You know what I mean? And I tried the other day, and I realized I was doing Tai Chi in the chair, right? And I realized that I now know where all my pain spots are. I have to work on, and I don't like that. And so I was over there swinging I had a stick that I was practicing with my ninja skills the other day in the room. And I was like, damn, why am I swinging like this? Because I used to play tennis and things like that. Like I had a hell of a swing. I had literally, I had mad ninja skills, with sticks and poles and shit. So I was like, my brother had told me that somebody was up against my window when I was gone. And I guess some drunk person peeing and shit up against my window, trying to look in my room. And I was like, oh God, please say that happens again when I'm here. Well, fuck his world up. You don't do that shit. That's fucking weird. But it's that kind of season where motherfuckers are feeling doing home invasions and shit like that. I understand the restlessness, you dig? But I need to be able to protect myself in my home. Just in case. I always think about that. And I was trying. I was really doing it. I felt like my swing was off. You know what I mean? So I really felt it, that exercise doing Tai Chi really showed me that I need to do something about that. And I think it's because I got really sick with my heart. I couldn't pick up a lot of weight, and I couldn't hold, you know what I mean? If your heart is only working at on one side, at half its capacity, you're limited. And I feel like that can't just be it. You know what I mean? Because I just can't just go out like that. You did? So I have to work on some stuff. And it's going to look like it's going to be a solo dolo project. And I got to do it quickly because I really don't want them to work on I really don't want this surgery they're talking about with my leg. They have to replace the whole hip and the femur. You know what I mean? It's like they got to replace the whole motherfucking leg, it seems like. And then all the nerves and shit that are ticking, and I can't fathom that because I made a personal vow that I was gonna a bullet or something, some shrapnel might be left in there, a piece of glass or something. But goddamn, no fucking metal, no metal. You know what I mean? That shit does not melt when they cremate you, and it doesn't disintegrate when you get buried. So I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit in my body. So if I could find healthier method that I can, heal from this pain in my I think it's a sciatic nerve. My brother said he had the same problem, and he said it was excruciating. He couldn't stand, or he said he's like literally, his wife had to take care of him for like damn near 2 years. That's how bad it was. And I was like, because that's ridiculous. Then he got better, and that was that. He's did some walking and shit, and he got better. But I don't have the mechanisms to do that. Like I keep asking them for certain tools that would help, you know what I mean, so I could walk again. Because when me and Jesse first got together, I could actually walk with my cane, you know what I mean? So it's over the last year, it's just, I'm like, now we're lucky I'm here, god damn it. So enjoy the presents. Okay? I'm not even supposed to be here. So I've been really pushing it to where now I'm like stressed the body out too much. And I'm like, well, I want to go skating. They're about to open the skating rink down the street. You know what I mean? So yeah. I gotta go. Well, I'm gonna go, babe. So I'll see you soon. Probably Saturday. Stay tuned for in a couple hours. Look for the notifications for Grand Rising with Shabak and the Chase. And I think we have I think there's some good titles that Jesse set up, or Shabaka set up. They worked it out. They worked out the game plan, so I think it'll be all right. You guys have a great day. Stay black. Definitely stay favored. Have a good night, or have a good day, and I'll see you soon. And thank you for watching The Revolutionary Agenda.